The goddess of magic is missing. Her champions banished. Trapped. Powerless. They must become worthy.
Welcome to Unbound! This is our 5th edition D&D campaign that uses adventures from Uncaged Anthology. Uncaged Anthology is a collection of myth and folklore-themed modules that subvert tropes around mythological creatures and beings that are women. We are also featuring the Scholar class, both of which are available for purchase on the DM's Guild. Shout out to our Patreons because of all of you lovely people. We are able to do so many things on this channel. All of our one-shots, three-shots, marathons, everything that we run here is possible because of you. If you want more information about what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out this link here. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of our previous episodes on our YouTube. Link is there, also in the chat. And if you would like to interact with the game, there's a few ways that you can do so. You can redeem channel points to give a blessing to the player of your choice, including myself and including our guest star. Or every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things. Very, very spicy shit to the player of your choice. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Please give us a little reintroduction about your character. And we're going to go ahead and start off with EJ, please.
Oh god, I tried to talk and then I got pizza. Okay, sorry. Hi everyone, my name is EJ. That's one big egg in chat, so big eggs on Twitter. And tonight I am playing Adon. I'm a little Earth Genasi artificer who, made a good friend last week. I made a really good friend who loves me and doesn't hate me.
Excellent. Yes. What kind of pizza did you get?
Pineapple. A lot of pineapple.
Just pineapple?
No, there's other things, but it's mostly pineapple.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Next we have Dave.
This is why your pizza is soggy. There's so much pineapple on it.
Hey, would you like some pizza with that pineapple?
No.
Oh, God. All right, I'm Dave. I play Alaris. She's a changeling ranger warlock. She recently turned demon form, which was really freaking cool last episode. We have revealed that her warlock patron is a scary, not god, I guess, technically. What is he?
A primordial god.
Primordial.
There we go.
Yeah.
Not regular god, primordial god.
Like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, Super Saiyan god. And yeah, she just likes to stab things a lot. She has a pet raccoon that I haven't seen in a very long time. Not really sure where he is. And is half co-ownership of a dinosaur, who we have also not seen in a long time. So that's good.
Sweats and DM. Okay, moving along. Next we have Giggly.
Hello, I'm Giggly. Wow. Words always evade me at this time. My character is Samara. She is a tiefling cleric monk. She has a little fairy dragon named Blueberry. She's currently now in a race for the favorite, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just a little shithead.
We love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, we have the Lady May.
That's me. I'm May, and I play Nell, 2'9" halfling chef. She hasn't really been doing a lot of cooking lately, but hopefully that will change now that she's not really mourning Nyx. But she's also the champion of Nyx, and Twilight Domain cleric. Is co-parent to our Ankylosaurus that we haven't seen in a while. I'm sure they're okay. Fiona's babysitting, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just invent a house that's big enough for an Ankylosaurus in the small houses. Yeah.
Underground.
But how will they climb the stairs?
That sounds like a them problem.
Okay.
Just make a ramp.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my tunnels are ADA accessible.
Hell yeah.
We love that.
I love that.
That's so good. I love it. Okay. Awesome. Next, we have a very special guest star here with us. You might recognize them because you are so in love with them. Because, yeah, me too. Draconics, can you tell us about you
me.
and who
Hi.
you're playing? Hi.
Hi, I'm Draconics or Drac. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm playing Kronos or Dari. Honestly, either works, whichever one you prefer. He uses any pronoun, so just throw anything at them and they'll probably respond to it.
I love that.
And yeah, they are the Kronos, the primordial god of time. And they are here to hopefully help everyone with their mission for as long as they can.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Bravo. Also, Avalon is not able to join us today, but they will be here next time. Thank you so much for all the love, and thank you so much, everyone, for the cards. Thank you, Haffa and Godfather Wraith. All right, we have here Samara. You have 3 cards.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
me. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Alaris, you have 2 cards.
2. Oh god. Okay.
Ooh.
Stop.
Okay. Okay.
Stop.
Okay. And then we have a Dawn 1 card.
Stop.
Ugh, are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
Oh,
What
good.
does that mean? Is it good or bad?
I'm
Oh,
sure this is
no.
great.
Oh, no.
That was a good sound.
All
I'm
right.
convinced of it.
Does anyone want to do a recap of what happened last time for a free D20?
What? Oh god.
For a D20?
Yeah,
Like
a
advantage?
natural success.
EJ.
Oh, natural success.
Nat 20.
We fought a dragon. I met a sheep.
Are you just
Alaris
reading?
got big. And then Kronos said, "Let's go."
Did you just-
Sheep before?
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a
What
message. There's a
episode?
message. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
They
on.
weren't reading the message, and I
we-
love
Oh,
that.
I
so
love
much.
that.
I know what happened.
So before every session, we're like, "Hey, what happened last time?" And so we kind of rehash it in the group chat a little bit. I thought you were just reading that.
I forgot there was a message. So somebody else can take this. I
No,
don't know
yo,
what to
you
do
get it. You get the free nat 20 there. Thank you so much. It was perfect. Flawless. I love you too. All
Kronos
right.
said, "Let's go."
Yes. So we're going to open up our scene here in Moontown as we are making our way over to the time machine. Avalon will be going with you and we'll kind of fade into the background and we're not going to control their character whatsoever, so we don't have to worry about them. Oh, they go to babysit Hecate. Perfect. I love it. So they decide to stay behind, and can you tell me, Kronos, what you do as you're coming up to the time machine here?
Okay, so if we use the time machine normally, chances are we're going to jump right into the apocalypse of that timeline, and that won't be great because that would greatly diminish the amount of time we have to get the face we need. So I'm going to see if I can I'll act as a secondary source of energy for the time machine to push us a bit further behind the apocalypse. I think the most I can do in this current form is probably like maybe a month or two prior. That should be enough, hopefully, for us to get.
Like we're gonna be there for a month?
No. Just a month before the apocalypse starts in that timeline.
I understand.
Yes. Sorry. No, that's a good question. Yeah, no, I wouldn't leave you stranded in another timeline for a month because I think that would destroy that timeline because of the whole, the exchange of matter and energy thing. You can't stay there for too long. So
That's a good point. As you bring up the time matter, the matter exchange thing, the group of you are kind of standing in front of the inactive time machine. You realize that you have to leave something behind because you are completely intending on taking something back with you when you come here. All of the items that Calibor had requested from you are not in this room, and Calibor is not here.
Oh, they aren't. Oh, that's interesting. Does it so can it just be anything? Does it have to be something of like value? And then Adon kind of just holds up like a failed prototype of the time machine that they made and like it's like dented and like obviously they threw across the room at some point.
Cronus would like take it and inspect it. I'm not entirely sure.
It lights up if you press it right there.
You press it.
It like sparks a little bit and like a little button glows for a second and then like smoke starts coming out of it.
Adon, so perhaps as you're perceiving this creation of yours, you're having a different emotion from everyone else. I think in this moment, you begin to experience great pride in your creation. You think that it's really, really fucking cool what you happen to make. And this confidence just surges through you. You have drawn the star card. You get to increase one of your stats by 1. You cannot exceed 24.
Hell yeah. Thanks for the card.
I wish it worked like that in real life. You just feel confident, level up. I'm
great. Whoa, my IQ just jumped up. I just kind of look and go, it has to be somewhat magical. I don't know if this quite counts. Yeah, you're taking a face that's incredible power and magic from that universe and bringing it here. And you want to make sure that
a life for a life. We could just bring someone from the town.
I mean, I suppose.
I don't know.
Adon, no. I get it. No, I got it. I'm on the same page as you guys now.
I don't know that you are, but it's good to know you're trying. What about my my mirror of the past? Would that be powerful enough?
You mind if I see it?
Yeah, and she'll hand over this mirror that's got it's the one that like a little hand mirror. It's very intricately wound. In fact, it kind of reminds you of a ring of 3 wishes. It's got little spots on it where gems would have been. It's got the same style around it, but it is in fact a mirror of the past.
Ooh. This would work perfectly, actually. Yes. Yeah, I think this would be a good substitute. You do plan on getting other faces eventually, right?
I mean, that's how we get to the underworld, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely would advise maybe finding more items to leave behind, just for future purposes. Obviously, this is more than enough.
I can make them next time. I didn't know that it was gonna be needed, and I thought maybe that the other machine kind of fit the criteria. It's okay. I can do it next time. Don't worry.
Okay. And I hand the mirror back to Alaris. Okay, so I think that is everything. Do you need anything else? I kind of have everything I need, but I'm not entirely sure what you think you'll be needing for this.
Well, we're killing someone. Are they especially strong? Do we need to bring equipment?
No, we're not killing anyone actually. The face is actually stored in a magic item in this other timeline. So no one's gonna have
So
to
easy.
die. We can actually make this very, very peaceful and non-violent, if that's possible.
Oh.
Anyway,
I get it. We're on the same
great
page.
at that.
what was that now?
We'll need snacks.
Snacks. I don't need to eat, but you all do. So you probably should get snacks.
Yeah, and in fact, I think a few of you are hurt from the fight with the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So as the group of you kind of back up and begin to make some time to dress your wounds and prepare your snacks, Nell, you have a card draw. Thank you so much, Zombie, for the card draw. Please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. And describe to me, please, what snacks that you obviously prepare, because who else would?
I got crackers.
We've got the saltines, and a trail mix, and some cheese, and cranberries, and we need a drink, and some mango juice.
Okay. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everyone, including Nell?
No poison.
No poison us!
TPK by
Not the
Mango juice.
Mango juice.
It's been a while since she's cooked.
Is this
so...
is this mad? Oh no, never mind. Okay. Oh my god. Is this from the food?
Oh dear.
If it's from the food, I think Cronus are like, I don't usually eat, but I don't see why not, and eats and goes, I don't know why you do this.
Okay, so Samara rolled a 17, Nell rolled a dirty 20, Alaris 16, Adon 19, Kronos a nat 1 into an 8. What happens here is, as you're kind of partaking in these snacks, they are, for some reason, just hitting so good. They are phenomenal. They are sating you in such a way that you feel completely fortified. And you are all kind of seated together at the Crossed Candles Inn, enjoying this food that Nell has made for you. I think the reason that Kronos fails this is because you don't eat. So perhaps your concept of food is flawed, or you don't know how to eat it.
I think I know how to eat, but I think it's like, it looks really nice, but this is the first time I put this in my mouth and I don't like the texture of it.
Okay. It does not in any
I
way
did-
diminish it what Nell makes. Yeah.
I did provide a lot of textures. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
So
like,
many textures.
why does it feel like this in my mouth? Is this how it's meant to feel? I'm gonna stop now, but it seems like you're all enjoying this. I'll just watch.
Yeah.
It's
So as each one of you are eating the best thing that you've ever put in your mouth, what do you say? What do you do?
Listen, there's been too much talk of things going in mouths, and I can't.
What, you think I didn't do that on purpose? How dare you?
I just try, and then more, and then
I didn't
Eagles in
think crackers
Brussels.
got any better than this. This is great. What is this? Adon holds up some cheese.
Buddha.
Gouda. This is amazing.
that
This is
Gouda is
amazing.
very good.
Adon gets like really close to Nell. This is amazing. This is really good. And Adon starts putting Gouda in their pockets.
Have
Well,
we
cheese
never
and
had
crackers
any
are
cheese?
tasty together.
Best.
John, how long have we been? You've been here for like over 5 years. How have you never had Gouda?
Well, I've never needed Gouda. It's never been readily available to me. I didn't seek it out. I get all of my nutrition from these multivitamins, homemade, by the way, and these saltines.
God.
Adon is poisoning themselves.
I think I think as Adon lifts up like the multivitamins to show, you just see Frost in the background like lift up their like mage hand and just like
They're just loose vitamins that I pulled from my pocket. They're not in any container. They're just
Oh
loose.
my god,
Like
not
some
loose
dirt and fluff.
vitamins.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. You should just closes Adon's hand around the vitamins. And
Right,
puts it
don't want to lose
down.
these.
Yeah, that would be a shame.
So Nell, everyone here is just gushing about your food. How does Nell respond to this?
She's very content. And like probably feels more like herself than she has in quite a while.
I'm so glad you said that because you drew the comet card and you level up instantly.
I haven't gotten one of those before. There's some leveling things I've really wanted a long time.
Yes.
What level are you now?
Level 8.
Oh my god.
Baby!
You little baby.
Yeah, I think just there's this tender moment of sharing food and just having this experience together. And it's so sweet. And there's clearly magic in the food here. Perhaps a spell wasn't necessarily used, but there's just something special here that you just can't recreate without a lot of love and care put into it. And feeling completely satisfied here, you begin to prepare for your trip. And then we have like a hard cut back to the time machine, take 2. And as we do, Drac, tell me when to stop. Thank you, zombie.
Oh, no. Stop.
Okay.
Am I naked?
No.
Are you naked?
I think somewhere along the way, you are getting a bellyache.
Oh no.
Tell me what exactly happens when your clothes disappear.
So is it non-magical items?
Yeah, it is oh god. Okay, we have actually changed the ruin card. So you choose 2 things to lose.
Or just anything?
2 non-magical things to lose.
Okay. God, this is the worst.
I'm so glad you reminded me. We changed this card because I drew the ruin card in a different game, and I was like, this is fucking shit. I can't believe that May let me do this to her so many times. She didn't complain a single time. I got it one time, and I had not shut the fuck up about this card to Joel. It is so bad. It is so bad.
It's great because like I think I'm the one that gets a lot in the game that May's in with Joel. And
Yeah,
I'm lucky
Carfax has
because
it twice.
I'm a turtle, so my AC is I don't need armor. I have a shell anyway, and I'm a Hexblade Warlock, so I just summon my weapons so they don't disappear.
Nice.
So like I'm just like, oh, my clothes are gone. Oh well, that's okay. I think for Kronos, because Kronos is part artificer, and they're currently wearing like +1 armor, so I think their pants and boots disappear. Because that's the only other like magical thing they're not wearing.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing right now. So yeah, they're just kind of walking, and all of a sudden they're just in they're in like just a pair of boxers and just like
+1
and
underwear.
socks. Yeah.
Do they have the little like sock garters like holding their
It's like the heart print underwear.
What would I think could be like?
What would the god of time wear as underwear?
That's what I'm trying to decide. Oh god, I think it's I can't think of a name off the top of my head, but it's like there's some like traveling like musician that's really well known in some time period, like maybe like 100 years prior or 100 years in the future. No one's entirely sure, but he's basically wearing their merch. They're wearing like the merch of that musician as a pair of boxer briefs, and it's just like a logo of something. I don't know, a guitar, a pink guitar logo all over it, and they kind of just look down and go, oh well, that's this has never happened.
So
I think I know what this is. This happened to Nell. I offered to make enchanted underwear. Your underwear is enchanted? It has to be.
It's enchanting, but I don't think it's enchanted.
Me too, and I was gonna say it.
Oh, I see. I if you need extra pants, I'm sure we can work that out. Do you need extra pants, or can we just go?
I would like pants, please.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
Where can I
maybe
get?
you don't get Adon's pants. You don't want those.
I keep extra
No?
just for this
No,
reason.
it's okay, Adon. I think they're a little dusty.
I look up at Kronos' height, and my pants would have gone to like right below your knee.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if they would have fit me, but I appreciate that.
I understand.
Where can I get these pants you're speaking of? I'm just gonna hurry over there now. Yeah.
Alaris pulls out a pair of pants that have embroidery on them from when she was stoned as fuck the other day.
Oh my god, wait, yeah.
So what's embroidered on these pair of pants?
It's one leg. One leg is plain, and one leg actually is the it's when they found the mossy rock. So it's just a picture of like Trinket holding a rock, or not Trinket. Oh my god, Quickfoot.
Oh my god, crossover of the century, dude.
Critical role. Oh god.
Thursday was yesterday, Dave.
No, I want to watch the new cartoon
Here,
episode.
Here, we'll take a moment. Everyone just shake it out. Just shake it out. Okay, we're good.
Listen, Percy is staring me in the face. I've been painting him.
Ooh.
Quickfoot is just holding up this rock, and Alaris is not somebody who embroiders frequently, so this raccoon probably looks a little wonky. Maybe like elongated limb.
Oh no.
Big ass eyes. Like,
Oh my.
there might be a little hair stuck under some of the thread blue.
Kronos, can you roll me an Arcana check?
Oh no. Okay. My con is pretty decent.
Okay, with a 19 Arcana, you're pretty sure that somehow this specific pair of pants is very, 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 very slightly cursed.
Oh my.
But like really tiny, like not even really that much of a bad thing kind of curse, but just like
Like
1%.
washed in a detergent you're
Okay.
allergic to per cursed.
I think it's so funny.
Yeah, you put the pants on and you're allergic to gluten.
I think Kronos like looks at it, sees this, and then sees how proud Alaris is about it. Remember that they definitely have like a remove curse. They know how to cast remove curse, but they don't want to insult Alaris in front of them. So like, oh, thank you so much. It's beautiful. I'm gonna put them on now. I kind of like watch it to see if Alaris keeps watching, and if she does, they're gonna put it on. Gonna put on the pants.
I'm gonna put these on.
Yes, they're going on.
Okay. Love it. All right, you put on the pants. Yeah, there's like this tiny just knot of dread in your gut, but nothing happens for now.
It's even scarier.
And yeah, the group of you are now standing in front of the time machine, and everyone looks to Kronos.
Okay, so we're going to be going to the so I don't know if any of you have heard of it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm spread about across many townlands and sometimes get them muddled up, so I'm not entirely sure if it exists in this one, but there's a province called a Black Eel province. We're going to be appearing around there.
Do I know?
And-
Do any of this
Immediate history check. Do I
EJ with
know
the
what it is?
immediate history check. 14. No, you have no fucking idea.
No,
What about
okay.
a 17?
Nope.
Wait, I want to do it.
Okay, Alaris with a 17.
Oh my gosh, why can't I read? Help.
Nope.
Oh,
That's
no,
a nat 1 from Samara.
Samara's just too busy still snacking.
Yeah, it's so good. And you can tell it's like healthy for you too. It's delicious and healthy.
Nibbling
It's
on
like
a
my
saltine.
multivitamins.
No.
I imagine Adon's multivitamins are like the Flintstone multivitamins.
Flintstone
They're like
gummies.
kind of chalky.
No, not the gummies.
The
Oh,
chalky
gummies.
ones?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like super stale, a little bit covered in dirt.
disgusting.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I thought of like multivitamins, I was thinking genuinely like boba-sized balls, but of just like dirt.
Oh no.
Like I'm sure it's like
actual
some
chalk.
powder, like dried veggie stuff, but it just looks like dirt.
I love
And you
that.
can't take it like a pill because it's like boba size, so you have to chew it.
right.
Ew.
Oh, is it
God.
like gritty when you bite into
Yeah, it's like dirt.
Oh, I hate that.
It reminds me of like the stock cubes, like the OXO.
Oh my
Yes,
god. Yes. Oh no.
Very healthy though.
I
Very healthy if
not
anyone
like
wants to
that.
try one.
I don't eat, thankfully, so I'm okay.
Thankfully.
But yeah, so we're gonna be dropped off in the Black Eel province. There's a little town called Bayon Hu. Again, if you don't know the Black Eel province, you probably don't know the town. But like I said, we're only going to be about 2 months out from the apocalypse there, so odd things might happen. I'm not entirely sure.
Do the
What?
people there know an apocalypse is
Mm,
ending?
As far as I'm aware, no.
Hmm.
What kind
I-
of apocalypse is it?
I will be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. So as you may be aware, I think you are. Again, like I said, I am aware of many timelines, so I'm not entirely sure what has happened and what hasn't. So I'm confused about that kind of stuff. But the fates have kind of been looking for you after the whole, time jump thing. And I think they might have sabotaged this timeline. It was going to have an apocalypse, but much later on, and I think they might have sped it up somehow. And because of that, everything beyond what was meant to happen seems a bit foggy to me. I can't really tell.
But we're like, we're with you now, though, right? And you survive apocalypses, so if we stay with you, then we'll survive the apocalypse.
That's not entirely how
You
it
must have your
works.
own like pocket dimension or something that you just go to.
I mean, yes, but that's not how I survived the apocalypse. I simply just survived them because I am primordial. I suppose I can take you to my plane, but then you won't be able to get the faces. So there is a safe haven. I can take you all to my plane if the need ever arises, but we should be fine. But I'm just saying this because just to let you know that I don't know entirely what's happening once we get there.
I have a question about the fates. So if they're mad at us for jumping around around time and changing things, but they're doing the same thing, who's mad at them?
Us.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, you're
yeah.
more than happy to. Yeah, you can be mad at them, but they're in charge of this kind of thing. So I guess it's like the boss being annoyed with an employee, not an employee, because you don't exactly work with them. It's kind
Are
of
you
like
the employee?
no, I guess
say
we're.
to the god of time.
We kind of work in like, I want to say partnership because honestly, I'm not a
Like
fan of them.
like you subcontract through them.
Maybe,
It would be more equal.
yeah.
Like they can't really control you, you can't really control them kind of
They're
thing.
like
Yeah.
opposing companies.
Yeah.
Rival
Yeah,
companies.
like the way I've always thought about it is I'm in charge of keeping time as it is and just keeping the flow of time normal. They're in charge of how time eventually ends for people and the very specific things that happen to them. I don't really care much about the people. I just care about the time itself. If that makes sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes. He like points. They point
I
at
like
Samara. Yes,
I
Samara.
like raise my hand with the cracker in it. How far back are we going?
In my current form, I can only maybe push us back 2 months before the apocalypse starts.
Okay.
That should be enough since we're just trying to get an item. And
But is it a now in a different timeline, or is it a back in a different timeline?
Yeah.
a
Or
back
ahead.
in a different
Or a
timeline.
front in a different timeline?
Oh.
Well,
Ooh.
okay,
The side?
it's going to be very...
Underneath?
Are we
To
going
the
to
side.
have like a time talk?
We're
'Cause
going
if we have a
all the way
time-
around to the back.
Some timelines move faster than ours, as you're fully aware with just this dimension alone. This one seems to move at a different pace to the one outside. Within timelines as well, that happens. So we're always going to be moving parallel to our timeline,
Sideways.
but when it crosses with the next timeline, it could be the equivalent of 300 years in the past if you compare it to us, or 300 years in. It's
Dawn gets a headache.
it's difficult.
I just
Alaris
want to
has
let
2 sticks. And she's like here, but here, but here.
I just want everyone here present that's listening to me to know that, like, I have, like, an agreement with Drac. I was like, yeah, you can make up all the time shit. I don't fucking understand that. That's you. You can make up all the lore. I don't.
I'm a big fan. I started studying physics after I learned about how gravity affects time, and I started just teaching myself about the way time can be affected with different things. So like when it comes to models of time travel and timelines, I know a lot of them because I'm just a nerd.
So,
yeah.
so Samara,
Oh god.
I love you.
I'm like, I'm trying to write down notes. Okay, yes.
Samara, so as you're kind of asking your question, we see the camera sort of fade everyone out just a little bit, and it fixates on you. What is Samara thinking right now? Why did Samara ask this question?
I think it's that she was kind of like absent-mindedly listening, but the concept of time and the multiple timelines and everything really fascinates her. And she's not really getting it, but she thinks it's really cool.
Okay. As you're thinking about this, it conjures the memory of something else. Besides this moment, and you get to take total creative liberty here, you can make up whatever you want. What is the last thing Samara experienced to this level of fascination? You have drawn the Urelia card.
Which one's that one?
This one is the, you're gonna have a flashback and like a backstory little reveal.
Oh. I think the last time Samara felt like this was when Ensiren gave her that book and told her about all that other stuff. I can't really remember it at the moment.
Yeah, so you were given a very peculiar book. Ensiren, this strange tiefling monk in this strange monastery, in this strange time of your life when you were experiencing grief, gave you this mighty book. And they were very cryptic about it. They didn't tell you where they were going, but they told you it was important that you have it. And you've probably idly over time been thinking about this book, perhaps open it and kind of look through it. And what everyone else sees whenever they see this book It is a very bland book. There's nothing special about it. Says something like the history of the 3 kingdoms of the 7 ages or something like that. It's very dry. And when you're alone and there's no one around you, the book almost seems to wake up. And as you open it up, the pages begin to glow gold. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Sorry.
It's okay. 16, very good. So you were told that this is known as the Thane Vesir, which is the Book of All Truths. There are certain universal truths of all of the universe and everything that exists, and they are almost so cryptic and so complicated that they can be, in a way, translated into beings of themselves. So they are entities. The idea of now, the idea of before, of everything that's to come, and the idea of nothing at all. These are, in a way, almost people or identities. And the most simplest way to look at it is that this is a cult, and it's a cult of warlocks. And these are their patrons, these eldritch, otherworldly beings that just don't make sense in this world. And every time you look at these golden, glowing pages, your eyes begin to take on this glow. Nobody else sees it. It's only when you're alone. And with that 16 wisdom save, it's slowly beginning to make sense.
Holy shit.
You gain the ability to speak and understand a celestial.
Woo! Yay.
So you can't explain why, but you're slowly beginning to understand this language that you've never studied. And sometimes when you're getting ready for bed, you can hear these faint whispers in this foreign language, and they give you a sense of comfort.
That's so fucking cool.
Cool. How close is Samara to the time machine right now?
I don't know, probably like 5, maybe 10 feet back. She's kind of just like, she's really busy snacking on her cracker.
Okay. Because I think then you'd probably like, is this like they're just suddenly starting to realize that they can understand Celestial, or has it been, did it happen in that flashback?
You can decide.
I say she started to understand it back then, and now she like, because how long has it been since then? Like, been a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would fully understand it by now, especially with the whispers and everything.
Okay. In that case, you'd probably see, like if you did look at the watch that Kronos had put into the time machine, you see that in Celestial, because it has Celestial and Abyssal on it, and I don't know if you can speak
I don't have
Abyssal,
Abyssal.
but yeah, so at least the Celestial part, you see that it repeats over and over again, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, and kind of like intertwined with whatever the Abyssal says on that watch. But yeah, God, I was going to call Kronos a completely different character's name. Kronos, where everyone goes. So yes, I'm not entirely sure what is happening there. Once I get there, I should be able to get a sense of what the apocalypse is. I've seen and been through a lot, that I can more or less get the gist of it. But right now, we're kind of going into unknown territory. Everyone good with that? Okay, let's do this. I don't know how to work your time machine. I only gave it power, so.
Adon walks up and goes bonk on the you put a watch on the top of it.
Yeah, pocket watch.
Yeah, I go bonk and it like sinks in a little bit, and then the mouth just goes doing and it opens wide. And I go, oh, you kind of just hop in. If you get close enough, it'll suck you in, but it's easier to hop so you land on your feet.
Okay. That's not what I imagined it would. I thought it would like go into like a box and us and the box would go. No? Okay.
No. It looks like it's like maybe 4 feet tall,
Okay.
cylindrical hollow robot that goes beep boop.
I just assumed it was bigger on
Wait,
the inside or something.
So it looks a little bit like a trash can?
Yes, it looks like something that rhymes with our poopy poo.
Oh yeah. Legally
And then the top
distinct.
just like doings back, and if you get close enough, it'll just suck you into the mouth.
Well, okay. Well,
After you-
I will. Yeah. Sure. They're gonna jump it. They're gonna like just delicately try to put one leg in, but it just immediately gets sucked in.
Yeah, you get sucked in and you get like torn into ribbons, and it's just like we see a very like psychedelic, very distorted, lots of way too much lens flare, right? As we're like, whoa, and you're stretched apart, and the ribbons of you are just kind of floating around through time space.
This is an audience experience. Usually I am time and space. Now I'm going through.
Yeah, you're just like looking at everything of yourself all around at all times.
Is that what I look like? Oh, okay.
Except now there's like the cursed raccoon and like just
God,
reflected
yeah.
in the stars and the wonderful.
Oh, no.
Okay, is there anything special that anyone else wants to do? Before you get
I'm gonna wait until everybody has already jumped in.
Okay. All right, you're the last
And
one.
then I am gonna use my crystalline axolotl.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. I know the first part will be okay, but the second part, use at your discretion. I want to take the other key that Demon Daddy got, and is it possible that I could change it to where I got it?
Ooh, okay. So as you're kind of pulling out this very tiny, very delicate crystalline statue of an axolotl, you know that Hecate put a lot of love into this and was given to you as a gift. And for us, mechanically, it stores one wish. And what are the exact words that you want to whisper into it?
I don't know. Oh fuck. With Demon Daddy in mind, I'm gonna say, I wish I got that key.
Okay. You see the eyes of this very tiny axolotl begin to glow, and it begins to shake in your palm. And all of a sudden, it goes dark. It turns into this deep purple color, and you can feel that it is cold to the touch. It almost feels as if the power in it has left. It is now just a gem. It is valuable, but you feel that it's no longer magical. And you get the sense in your gut that something has happened, but you are unable to determine the consequences quite yet.
And then I'll jump in.
That we see something very different on the other side. One by one, we see the of your ribbon selves being deposited very unceremoniously into what looks like an expansive swamp. We see Adon, Alaris, Nell, and Samara. We don't, however, see Kronos. You have drawn book. Hold on. No, it's not your card. It's not your card. Alaris is not there.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You have drawn the Void card. You have become dangerously separated from the party.
No.
Okay, so Samara, Dari, Nell, and Adon, you have all been deposited into a swamp. Alaris is not there.
I check the ethereal and the Shadowfell. both planes.
But you can see both. Jesus
I
Christ.
can see everything, dude. I'm getting swamp water in my eyes.
It's like 4D vision.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Hell
But
yeah.
this whole time, Cronus kind of like paused, and you can see that their eyes are like darting back and forth as they're almost like they're seeing something or processing something.
That's a 6.
Oh no.
Would Samara notice that Alaris isn't there? She's the last one.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oopsie.
8.
Oh no.
You don't see anything.
I'm busy.
Poor Alaris.
Would Nell notice?
Nell would notice.
Roll me a perception check.
I mean, this is our first time time traveling.
9!
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Sorry,
I
Alaris.
don't think Cronus would notice right now.
I'm so forgettable. It's great.
No, you're not.
Cronus is engaged right now.
Would immediately send my my homunculus servant just like out to fly around the swamp to see if they spot it anywhere. I'll tell it to go. I mean, it can go pretty damn far. I'll tell it to go around like a 300-foot radius, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah. So we see the camera kind of zoom out a bit following your little gadget friend here. And as it does, we see a wide landscape shot of the swamp itself. We see that there are these thick cypress trees plastered throughout, heavy with vines and thick curling roots. And they don't seem to find Alaris, but they do see something else. And as the screen kind of fades a little, moving down back towards the ground, we see text scroll on the screen, and it says, "The Miracle Cure" by Casey Shee. And Adon, your servant reports to you that there appears to be 4 people running in your direction, fleeing something.
Good or bad? Do they seem nice?
So the most notable feature about them is that they are covered in band-aids, and they are screaming.
Good. Oh, I'll tell the rest. You guys have just Adon is saying everything that they're like messaging to their servant out loud, so you're getting like half of a conversation. 4 people? Well, are they good or they're bad? Oh. What? Oh, I'll tell the others. 4 people running towards us. Hurt? Maybe? Yelling.
Oh, so are they in danger? Should we help them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. Well, okay. If you're covered in bandage, no, I imagine they need help. Covered in bandages, ask.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That follows. That tracks.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get moving then. If
Towards
they're
them
covered
or
in
away?
bandage- I assumed we're helping them, so towards them. Or are we not helping them?
Well, I can imagine that they're running away from something.
Yes, and a way to help them would be to stop that something. Correct?
Oh, I think we have different priorities.
Oh.
But yes. This is a time
Alaris.
trip. You're in charge.
Alaris,
Oh, no,
I
I'm
want
gonna
you
be
to
in charge.
choose between performance or intimidation.
Ooh, that's fun.
They're running away from Alaris.
Intimidation.
Okay, go ahead and roll me intimidation.
Okay.
27.
Damn,
Holy
okay.
shit.
Okay, so we kind of rewind just a little bit, and we see each and every one of the party members being deposited, but Alaris, as you kind of snap to, you feel a little bit like a marionette. Your joints are not moving quite as comfortably as one would hope. As you're kind of looking around, you see that Adon, Samara, Kronos, and Nell are all very, very huge. And as you look down at yourself, you realize you're made of sequins. You are on Kronos's pants.
Oh my! This is amazing.
I love that. Oh my god.
And as you're kind of looking around processing all of this, you see the sequin Quickfoot kind of twitching as it looks at
gosh.
you.
Oh.
Am I still high?
I thought you said, "Am I still hot?"
No, that's what she says out loud. Is am I high? Like what?
Can we hear that? Oh,
You don't hear it.
okay.
Quickfoot?
You just see it unnervingly just twitching. It doesn't seem hostile.
Can I like back away around Derry's leg?
Yeah. So like as the camera kind of like zooming out a little bit, we see the little like sequin Alaris just kind of moving around.
It's horrifying. I'm gonna try pulling on the pants.
Okay.
Just tugging on them.
Yeah, so as you do, the sequin Quickfoot seems to realize what you're doing, and it comes up next to you and does the same thing, trying to help you. With that 27 intimidation, I'm going to say that this doesn't seem to, like, immediately get Kronos' attention. Perhaps you will need a forceful show of, like, noise or something. Like,
I
what
pull
do you
out a
want?
knife and I stab him.
That's perfect.
It's very intimidating.
That's super intimidating. Can you roll me a 1d2?
Yeah, I can do that.
Quick question: Am I like, or was that a long rest eating?
Yeah.
Nell's food. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Kronos-
tiny. It's gonna be like half a piece of damage.
I know.
Yeah. Kronos, you take 1 piercing damage.
He's down.
I think Alaris might put a sequin on the inside of these pants. I was gonna like look down
And you
and
see.
Me and Quickfoot. Terrifying nightmare Quickfoot and Alaris.
Okay. Quick question: is anyone else seeing this?
If you're
like
making a
points.
scene. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, they like make a scene and point at the pants with the sequins.
Are you
Alaris.
okay?
You all see it.
I'm definitely on your inner thigh at this point.
I didn't know that Alaris could enchant pants.
Neither. Honestly, it was a little bit cursed. There was a bit of. I assumed it was just something I could ignore. I didn't want to insult them in front of them, so I just kind of wore it. But it seemed to have some kind of ability to infuse something to magic. Could they always do this? Where's Alaris? I think Corin just notices.
Adon will crouch down and go, Alaris, they'll say to the pants. Blink once if that's you.
Did you see Alaris' secret eyeballs?
Yeah, so like it's like 2 black sequins, right? And then like when you blink, it just like turns like your flesh tone. Just like flips.
My god.
No. I don't like that.
Oh, this is awful.
I hate this so much.
Is
Adon
everyone
gets back
okay?
up and-
Yeah,
This is
okay.
great. Like
Okay,
I
okay.
hate it in a great way.
Okay.
Adon
The
gets
worst,
back
but the
up and is like,
best.
seems that Alaris is in your pants. On your pants.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, hold on. They're gonna like take their staff out. They had it on like their back this whole time to take it out, and I'm just gonna. I don't entirely know if this will work, mainly because I never cast this on cursed pants, but I'll give it a try. I'm just gonna cast remove curse on my pants.
What does this spell look like?
So I think like often whenever they use their staff, what happens is the snake on the end of it like bites down on the symbol that we now know is the symbol of Hecate, and it like shatters it and a piece like falls to the ground, and then the snake kind of like bites at the air just above the pants, and when it bites down, you kind of suddenly force like all of a sudden you can see like the weave, I guess, the magical feel that is emanating from these pants. And yet, essentially, just see the snake eat and swallow the magical essence of the pants. And as it does, it kind of like turns its head and burps, and out of its mouth comes Alaris.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Alaris, as the pants are removed of their curse, you see Alaris form looks totally fine, back to normal. But then the snake burps again, and it spits out a 6-foot tall, very ripped raccoon person.
Oh, this is getting worse and worse.
Oh my god.
You drew the night card.
Oh
Wait,
my
wait, does this look
God.
like? Does he look like the Quickfoot that I embroidered, but like personified into like humanoid?
Can you roll me a performance check?
Okay, can do that.
A 15. Okay. If you're into raccoon people, this Quickfoot's kind of hot.
Is this Daddy Quickfoot?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Are we gonna
Stop.
call him Daddy Quickfoot?
Stop.
That's the only way we can
No.
differentiate them, right? I have to call one of them Daddy.
There's no other way. That's the only way.
Yeah.
So was Quickfoot always cursed to just be a small raccoon and you just dispelled that curse? Has he been big the whole time? But
No, this isn't.
magically small?
No, this is not Quickfoot. This is Pantfoot.
Oh. Nice to meet you, Pantfoot.
Quick Pant? I don't know.
Quick pant.
Quick Pant? Mr. Foot Pant?
Mr. Foot?
Trouser Foot?
What is this fucking game?
None of this was pre-planned, by the way.
No,
Anyway,
this is great.
Does Quickfoot talk? Can you talk?
You see them kind of like cant their head and they shake.
Okay.
Welcome
This
back,
is-
Alaris. We have people running towards us quickly.
You hear a scream.
Yeah, they seem to be in trouble, and I was under the assumption that we were going to help them.
Yes, and I was under the assumption that we were gonna go away.
Well, isn't
Well,
our priority the item?
Yes,
How
I
about-
suppose so.
They're gonna die in 2 months
How-
anyways from the
wait.
apocalypse.
True. How about
know
we...
If we save them, does that disrupt the timeline?
The timeline's gonna end anyway, so I don't think there's too much you can disrupt.
Oh, perfect. So we
unless
can
we-
let them die because they're gonna die in anyways, right? Like
Well, if you want to
You
save
see-
them, we can, but what you're saying is we don't need to.
it's
see-
a choice.
You
at
see
this
Daddy
point.
Quickfoot kind of standing next to Alaris, and like they've definitely got that like Dorito body where it's like the triangle, right? Just like
Don't make him
Tapered
hot,
Dorito boy.
please.
This
You
is
see-
something
I know
to
you
draw
just
him.
I know you're just in my pants, but do you wanna get back there?
you see them like kind of cross their arms over their chest, and it just kind of ripples, right? And at a dawn, you just see a very slow, disapproving shake of their head.
Me? Okay. We'd save the guys. I wasn't against it. I was just not for it.
And you get a thumbs up.
Hey, Mr. Quick Pant Foot.
Quick
Quick
pant.
Pantfoot.
Okay.
I can lead the way. I suppose. I'm not entirely sure where we're
They'll get
going.
to
You
us
point in a
eventually.
general direction. Oh,
Yeah, as you say that, they come rushing into the clearing that you're in. You see them struggling. One of them falls over. You see that there are 4 people, and they are completely covered in band-aids. They seem to be hurt or suffering from something, and they seem to be trying to flee for their lives. One of them says, "Help me!" As they kind of stumble and try to come towards the group of you, you can see that they do not have any weapons on them.
Yeah, Cronin definitely
like-
rushes over to them.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like,
Chris
is
does
this
not-
the apocalypse they're dying from? Is it like a plague? Do they have
Insight
COVID?
check.
Oh, that's rough.
That's a 7 from Alaris.
Ooh!
Oh.
Excuse me, that's a nat 20 into a fucking 30?
Yeah.
That's a 30 from Samara.
Hell yeah.
I'm really good.
Okay. Wait, hold
I
on.
have a quick question first before you get like really into it. You said band-aids.
Or
Do you mean
bandages.
Bandages?
Yes.
They're covered
had
in little
Band-Aids.
sticky band-aids.
That's what I'm envisioning, and I'm like, I don't think this is what she means, but I can't stop.
No. All right, that was a 6 from Adon, but that 30. Okay, Samara, I think what happens is you hear those celestial whispers just on the edge of your consciousness, and your eyes glow gold very, very, very faintly. And for a split second, you can hear the voices of everyone around you. And you are 100% confident that the people who are running are scared. They have been through a lot of trauma, and they're trying to hold on to this tiny shred of hope that they have, and they feel like they're almost there. But there's a very large creature chasing them. Does anyone have any spicy thoughts right now? Because Samara can
Spicy.
totally hear you.
Oh.
Now I
Alaris
was just
is
wondering
not
what to
thinking
feed
about
Quick
Cronus's
Pant Man.
pants. Quick pant, man. I'm so
Quick
excited.
pant. Quick pant foot.
What's everyone thinking right now?
What
On
is
my
everybody
thing-
thinking? Tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, I think because I think at this point it's kind of like clicked for Kronos, and I think you're in his in their head. You hear them think just say the words "the shattering," and then immediately goes to okay, I need to help this person, and so they're rushing over to these people.
Okay. What's Adon thinking?
After the interaction with Mr. Quickpantfoot, they're wondering how to make one of their robots look almost exactly like him. Just like a ripped big robot. They're like walking right behind
Dorito
Mr.
body.
Quickpantfoot and like taking note of like the width of their shoulders compared to the waist.
Measuring it.
Fine specimen.
Oh my God.
What is Alaris thinking?
Alaris is thinking about Derry's pants.
Okay.
She's watching them walk away or hurry, scuffle away to the dying people.
They've got
She
a great
watching.
ass. That's what I'm gonna say. Dari has they thick. That's what I'm gonna say.
Got that dump.
Alaris felt them
Dumpster.
dumpster. She was there. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
god.
They got a dumpster.
Yeah,
Darn
so
dumpster.
you see that there
Wait,
is
Nell.
a giant. Oh yeah, no. Nell was thinking about what to feed.
What to feed?
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Quickfoot
Daddy
man.
Quickfoot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you see this giant snake, just immense, the size of a horse, probably about 60 feet long, is just winding through the trees, mouth unhinged, trying to scoop up the people. I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone one action. What would you like to do? We're gonna kind of like narratively skim over this. We're not gonna actually have combat here because I
Yeah.
want to save time for more important stuff. But what are you going to try to contribute to defeating or disengaging or diffusing this situation?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load my gun with like this weird like I was gonna say milky white ammo and then I decided that I didn't
God.
want to say that.
So then you
But
said it
anyways,
anyway.
I've loaded with this
Gotta say
ammo
it.
and I'm gonna cast web and I'm gonna try to make the web span from the top fangs to the bottom fangs of the snake and try to like web its mouth shut. Cause that's how the spell works. And
I really want to make a joke here, but I don't know if it's TOS, so I'm just gonna keep
Do
it to
it.
myself. What? Threaten my livelihood for a
Can you
joke?
Type it into our side chat. Tell us.
Okay, hold on.
Under a mass of
Typing.
thick, sticky webbing in its mouth.
That's not getting TOS. I have spoke about so much worse on stream.
Okay.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
Zoe, get ready with your clipping finger.
No, stop it! I'm embarrassed now. I can't do it. I'm shy.
Stella would like to tell us about cummies. So
Cummy wummies.
You
think
cast
is-
cummy wummies. Oh my god.
I shoot a cool web from my gun, guys. I don't cast dummies.
Oh, you don't use your milky white ammo? Okay.
I'm gonna go home.
Me too.
I don't know. You're already home, mate. So yeah.
Okay.
home.
Okay. So yeah. So you see this web spell being cast. Is there anything else anyone wants to do here?
Can I cast speak with animals?
Yes, we're gonna do that after the web, I think. Anybody else?
Nell would calm emotions to try and calm the scared folk to help them kind of quicken their pace.
Okay, absolutely.
I would cast cure wounds on like the one that looks the most injured, like maybe one that looks like it's lagging behind.
Okay.
So at the very least, they can keep up when they do end up keep running.
Okay, very good. Samara, unfortunately for you, I think this touch of truth with a capital T, as you kind of tap into this font of power that is completely alien to you, and this split moment, you just have this just this swell of power where you can hear everyone's thoughts, and you are aware that these thoughts belong to each person. As soon as that moment is over, you feel so drained. You feel almost as if touching that power has taken something from you. You have drawn the balance card. All of your spell slots go to half. Your current hit points go to half.
Okay.
So you're kind of like really tired and exhausted in a way. So what does it look like as this just immense exhaustion comes over you? What does it look like? What is Samara thinking? As a giant snake is about to like eat like 4 people.
I think during all this, Samara is still in the back. So after all that, she's just like bent over, hands on her knees. She's like, oh, fuck. She's just trying to gather her wits right now.
Very good. Okay, so we see this like real quick shot of the web just completely encapsulating this giant constrictor snake. And as it does, it kind of crashes down. You see it trying to thrash, but the net is able to withhold it. And we see Kronos and Nell making their way over to the people to try to protect them and calm them down and nurture them. Alaris, you come up to the restrained snake. What do you want to do here? Muted.
You muted.
I am. You are correct. I'm hoping it is in fact an animal. Beasts. Yeah, Alaris wants to go up to the snake and see if she can figure out why it's chasing these people.
Okay.
Whether it's hunger or whether they disturbed something they shouldn't have.
It's more like, I'm so hungry. Ah!
It's beautiful.
It's really
I
good.
definitely, Alaris has definitely read about this in one of her romance novels before. It was called Python of the Deep.
Kind of like you kind of pull out the novel and it's just like, wow, it's so uncanny. Like the cover is just like a snake and then there's like a swamp and it's like, huh.
A snake.
There's a
covered in
lot of
honey buns.
webbing.
There's a lot of webbing in it. It's weird.
A damsel running away from it,
Yeah.
just like hair in the wind. Oh, wow.
Please don't read Alaris's thoughts. For your own safety.
You don't want to know what happens in chapter 4. Oh.
Oh man, he gets right into it in chapter 4. Like I'm just gonna. She would like to attempt to intimidate the snake into thinking this prey is not worth their while. There's
Okay.
so many of us.
Roll me an intimidation check. And then the camera is going to swing over. Nell, what does it look like as you are casting this spell to calm emotions? It will work on these people, and you will see that it immediately takes effect.
I imagine like the kind of like little glowy like firefly kind of little specks all around, and there's just like an aroma of like freshly baked bread.
You see that the people are they begin to break down and cry. Kronos, as you're kind of coming up to touch them and cast this healing spell as Nell is calming them, you can see that they have calmed enough that they're no longer running and their breathing has relaxed. But as you're coming up closer to try to touch them, they shy away. And you hear one of them say to you, "I don't think this is a good idea. We are sick. It is clear, looking at you, that you are not infected. There is a sickness in the land. It has plagued all of our people. Please, I appreciate your generosity, but we don't want this fate on anyone."
I appreciate that, but I assure you that at the very least, you don't need to worry about me, okay?
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You can see that this person is completely wrapped in bandages. Only their eyes are showing. And you see that they are red-rimmed and that they are just struggling to keep themselves together. And they begin to actively cry as they shudder in place, waiting.
I'm gonna like gently cup their face between my two hands, and like wipe the tears from their eyes. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, to the very least soothe web injuries that they might have sustained while running. From what they're saying, I can tell that this won't be enough to cure whatever sickness they have, but at least soothe the wounds.
Yeah, as you're actively casting this, you feel that it's not powerful enough, but you can tell that it helps. You can see that between the bandages, there seems to be some kind of effect upon them that has changed the way that they must naturally look. It almost seems as if there is something transformed of their skin. And you see it kind of fade just a little bit, but it's not enough to completely get rid of it.
Can I tell if this is magical or not?
You can tell that it is a plague.
Okay.
And I'll do medicine check.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Nat 20.
Nat
shit.
20.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Nell, you know exactly what this is. At least what kind it is. You don't know the exact strain. It's a little different from, instance to instance. But this is a type of leprosy, and you can tell that this is a rapidly spreading type. You know that this sort of plague could easily devastate so many people, and that this sort of thing is permanent, and it's lethal.
Oh, dear. Do you know when this plague started?
I do not know the details of that, but if I must confess to you, we were on our way to the deep swamp. You see, there is a place called the Pilgrim's Grave, and there we were told a story of an herb that cured one of the locals from our village. There we seek the Phoenix Bloom.
Well, I imagine it's definitely worth a try. Are we far from it now?
They kind of like look to each other and shrug and sigh. We do not know. The one person that found it, that was cured, they are back in the village, and they say that it is very deep in Pilgrim's grave. So far, everyone that has gone to try to find it again has failed.
They didn't offer to go back with people or make a map?
It is quite complicated for all of the people in our village of Bianyu. All of our people are affected by this plague, the scabbing plague, they call it.
Yeah, it's... I was gonna like look to Dari and do you think this apocalypse is do you think this apocalypse is leprosy?
They'll like crouch down to Nell's height.
Just like
so they talk so loud and just go, no, it took me a while to process what's changed from this timeline, but I think it's more of a shattering. The planet itself is breaking apart, and if it is related, it would make sense. Maybe it's been unearthing some things in the process, whatever caused this disease. I think right now it should only be a few earthquakes, so nothing huge, but it makes sense. It might be linked.
Well, this is pretty fast acting. Maybe oh dear. Okay. Do you folks need snacks, water, blanket?
we have everything that we need. All we need now is hope. Perhaps you can convince Tamolin. Tamolin is quite, one could say, enamored with the healer of our temple. Luoyang has been very busy, very occupied in trying their best to assist everyone to the best of their ability. As you can imagine, many villages are falling prey to this. Resources are stretched thin.
Are they at the Harvest Temple?
Yes. Have you been there before?
In a sense, yes. I look to everyone and just go, that's where the face is.
Oh. The face be causing this?
I wouldn't imagine, no. There are definitely some magical artifacts that can cause this, but as far as I'm aware, it seems like a mundane plague rather than a cursed one. Well, because my friend Adan here said I am the leader, because it's a time, I say we will help you. We will help you. I don't see why a whole village should suffer when there is a cure within reach.
As you say that, one of the others says, we should take them. We should take them to Bianyu. We will lead the way.
Thank you. Can all of you walk? I know you seemed a bit pained.
Yes. You see them beginning to support each other, and I think with your attentions and also their nerves calmed of Nell's spell, they seem to have restored confidence and are supporting one another.
Dawn kind of raises their hands and goes, if you're offering to carry, I could,
Oh,
I would need some help. And you look down and like the Earth Genasi like dirt feet have like melted into the
Oh,
swamp a little
goodness.
bit. I'm like 4 inches shorter now.
As you say that, you kind of like all of a sudden get like cradled into the super buff arms of Daddy Quickfoot.
My.
So, like, I imagine Daddy Quickfoot is wearing, like, some, like, dark gray pants, right? And absolutely no shirt. And they just, like, they're, like, surprisingly, like, downy soft, right? It's just, like...
Brawny, ultra strong, and down soft.
And they just kind of, like, carry you like a baby.
Thank you.
How deep is this swamp?
About a foot?
Samara's-
God.
Samara will scoop up Nell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It'd be a
Cronus will
little
look
difficult
at everyone
wading
else
around
and
there.
go, does anyone... I feel like I'm not doing enough. Does anyone else would like a carry? I like scoop up Alaris as well.
Wait, is
Like I'm not
everyone
doing
holding them like a baby?
I got Alaris on like a bridal carry.
Okay.
God.
Nell is on my shoulders.
I love that.
Okay. So we see the camera kind of pull back as there's this montage of everyone beginning to head towards Beyond You. And as we do, I think this will be a good time for us to take a quick break. So we're going to be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in doing a restroom break, grabbing some water, doing some stretches, and we'll be back very soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and all your support.
Yeah, thank you.
We're back. Okay, so we see the camera kind of coming back into focus, and we see that there is a very sluggish river, and you see that there seems to be something like a trading post built on the bank of it. You see that there is farmland kind of scattered throughout the area, surrounding this cluster of buildings here. And there's a sort of gloom that pervades the area. As you arrive, you can see that there's a temple towards the far side of Beyond Hue, and people are moving around quietly, sullenly. You see that a few of the healthy people wandering about are wearing cloth over their noses and mouths. And the way that everyone perceives you as you kind of enter, they begin to move aside and away, creating a wide berth for all of you, even as you are being led by people that are presumably from here. The temple is just down the road here.
Temple to Shinanong, correct?
Yes.
Is that my pronunciation correct?
Yes.
I'll turn to the rest of the group and just go, that's the ox-headed god of 5 grains.
Are we all still being carried?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd still be carrying Alaris until like they tell me to set her down.
Oh, good luck with that.
The Dawn has like shifted around and they're like reforming their feet from the mud stumps that they have now. And when they stand up, they'll be like 3 inches shorter. This is why I don't bathe.
This is why.
Yes.
You feel like a very just subtle squeeze of the arms. It kind of feels protective and like they're so
Thank you,
they're
Mr.
so
Pamphlet.
solid. Wow. So solid. Huh. Interesting. Anyway.
It's really firm. Some might even call it hard. Who knows?
They begin to lead you through Beyond Q.
We're on first name terms. Just call it Beyond. You know?
No. I want to pay respect to the module and use the correct name. Listen, I even looked up all of the proper nouns, so I have the correct pronunciation. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of coming up, you see this very humble building, and it has essentially been turned into a triage. You can see that there are a lot of sick people around, and moving between them are two humanoids. You can tell that one is very visibly dressed in the vestiges of a cleric. You see emblazoned on their back is an embroidery of Sheng, the ox-headed god of 5 grains. You recognize this instantly, Kronos. And kind of in tow with them is another person. You see that she is dressed in strapping leathers and has a sheath on the side of her hip, but there is no sword in it. And she seems to have a glow about her, in not a literal glow, but there is an energy around her as she enthusiastically kind of sweeps forward and assists the healer with whatever they're doing right now. You can tell that the cleric is tired and overworked, exhausted. There is a slump to the way that they are moving. And just the way that they pass things between their hands, you can tell that there is love there. There is a sort of bond between the two, that they are not strangers, and they are very comfortable with one another.
Kronos would approach the, probably like wait for the cleric figure to finish working on whoever they're working with, and like kind of like at a restaurant where you're too shy to like really call out for the waiter, just come like.
Alaris puts her hand up for Kronos because she's still being carried.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you see that the cleric notices the group and they kind of sigh a little and then straighten and they hurry over and the person that was with them comes in tow. The cleric says, You seem in good health. Perhaps you should. It is advised that you cover your faces so that you do not catch the sickness, and perhaps don't stand so closely to one another.
It's I like I said to the friends here, and I like gesture to the people that had led us here. I at the very least, and from my understanding, my companions here should be fine. But we do want to help.
Good. Oh, perhaps Shen Yong has answered my prayers. I am Lo Yang. I am the healer here of the temple, and this is my companion, Tamulin. And you see that Tamulin isn't wearing anything covering their face, and they just kind of wave at the group of you, excited that their eyes are shiny and curious.
I am Dari. It's a pleasure to meet you. I suppose I shouldn't introduce. This is Adan. Alaris, kind of like also Alaris. Nell, Samara, and I'm not entirely sure if he given this person a name and like
Mr.
just to Miss.
Why can't he just have the same name he had before?
No,
Quick
Quickfoot
Pam.
is still out there. There's 2.
There's 2? Oh, God. There's
Mr.
too many.
Foot.
Mr.
I hope
Foot.
there's still 2.
We call him Mr. Foot.
We do not call him Mr. Foot. Alaris says very sternly.
Sorry.
Anyway, sorry. Long story. It has to do with like pants. They were in my pants for a bit, and then I had to. It was anyway.
It's comfy there, by the way, just so you know, Derry. Yeah.
Thank you. Like a little bit of a blush.
And Alaris is kicking her feet.
Not quick cake. Oh, but yes, we got told that there was a plague. I mean, we could see that much, and you seem to be working tirelessly. May I ask how have you two not been infected?
I think I'm beginning to show the signs that I will be sick soon. Lo Yang looks over at Tamulin and says, But there is still hope. Tamulin, why don't you tell them? You see them beginning to blink quite a bit. This strapping doesn't have something in their eye at all. The strapping person, and she says, yes. So there's a marsh just beyond the town. It is called Pilgrim's Grave, and it is quite a fitting name. It is treacherous. It is quite maze-like, and it's infested with monsters. In fact, I lost my horse, Red Wind, during my first journey there, and I would have died if it wasn't for my good luck. I found an herb called the Phoenix Bloom. It comes from a local folktale here, and it cured me. Insight check.
Yeah.
That's a 3 from a
My
Dawn.
amazing insight check.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do an insight check, but can I do like a nature check or an arcana check to know if there is a plant called a phoenix bloom?
Okay. Alaris with an 11, Samara with a 21.
Should I do arcana or nature? What would cover that?
I would say nature.
Nature. Okay.
Ooh.
That's a
7.
7.
Oh, wait, can I
Let's
do a
gonna
nature
try
check?
Can I do a nature check?
That's a 25 nature from a Dawn, 15 nature from Nell, 18 nature from Samara. Okay. So Samara, with that 21 insight, you can tell that Tamolin is hiding something. Otherwise, with the nature checks, Kronos, you're kind of trying to think, and you're like, is it the phoenix flower or the phoenix bloom? There's a phoenix vine. Wait, there's like 4 different variants of it. Like, you just have too
Yeah.
much information, right? So you can't pinpoint it at whatsoever. I'll say for Nell with the 15, it seems like, especially with your very high medicine roll before, this sort of thing definitely could have a cure. Maybe this particular strain, you're not sure. You'd have to definitely like know the science and see the signs and have more information in order to extrapolate that. So yes, it could exist. There's also like millions of plants out there, so it doesn't immediately come to mind with anything. With an 18 from Samara and the 25 from Adon, pretty much the same thing. You are pretty sure you've heard of it somewhere and that it does exist, but it's embroiled very heavily in folktale legends.
Makes sense.
So the TLDR is y'all don't fucking know.
Yeah. Okay. But I think we should be able to navigate a maze and get this phoenix bloom fairly easily. No?
Why don't you come with us? Show where it is. Show us where it is.
That would actually be a huge help, especially if there is a maze. Having someone who's navigated it before.
Yeah, and we're really, really good in combat and stuff, so we could just protect you the whole time and you wouldn't be in danger. You could just point us where to go.
While Adon and Dari are talking, I'm casting Zone of Truth.
Okay. Let's see.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, I have to read the spell.
Oh my gosh. Why can't I read? Reading is hard.
I don't know how to read.
Display.
Oh, perfect. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell area for the first time on turn or starts in it must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in radius. You will know if they succeed or fail. They are aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions. Okay. So they're standing right next to each other. This first one is going to be for Lo Yang, and the second one is going to be for Timolin. Okay, so that was
Are we all in the zone of truth?
I think it's just from me out. But
You
I'm
get to
honestly not
choose
Is
a
it just
point.
around me?
It's a sphere.
It's a sphere, so you get to put it wherever you want. So you can angle it so that it only gets them if you want.
Well, I'm specifically putting it on Timolin.
Okay.
But Lo Yang, they're fine. but I only care about Tamolin.
Okay.
Fails.
Yes. So Tamolin rolled a 7. So you know that Loyang definitely shrugs it off. And they're kind of like looking around at each other. They don't look like they recognize what spell you've just cast. Loyang kind of looks down at their hands and looks over towards some of the wounded that were definitely like in the radius, and they're kind of like just sitting there and stuff. You see Tamolin say, Loyang is very, very busy here, and it is very important to me that I help Loyang as much as I can.
Oh yeah. He'd be a lot less busy if everyone were cured, especially if he's gonna get sick soon.
Well, I would
Don't you think that getting the root is the best way to help him?
I think I should stay with her. I think that she needs me.
Can you draw a map then?
Yes, I can. And then you see they reach into their backpack, and she begins to pull out a roll of paper and begins to draw something kind of obscure.
What kind of monsters and things did you encounter along the way? Just so we can get prepared. Well, at least mentally, I think we have everything we really need.
Yes. There are many things in the swamp. Insects, kobolds, giant toads. I've seen many snakes and crawly things. The
Look at your
swamps are
horse.
not kind. Hold on.
Can Samara possibly
Don't
do
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Can Samara do an insight check to see if she is just trying to dance around it instead of just straight up telling us?
I think you don't need to roll. It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious she's dancing around
I mean,
it.
yeah, but some people, they're just weird in general.
Yeah, I
so
mean, you can
I wanted to
definitely roll. She says, "I lost my horse, Red Wind."
Is it alive?
How did you lose it?
That Bree's just interrogating.
Cronus is like,
I do
what's
lose it.
happening? Why
We're
is
still
everyone
alive.
getting so hostile?
I'll go
Was
with
that-
you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
That would be perfect. I'm gonna look to Loy Yang and say, how have you been treating everyone so far?
Everything that I can. I've been trying to cast healing spells, use herbs of all sorts. They seem to alleviate some of the symptoms, but not a true cure.
Yes. Can you point me to any who are in dire straits right now? I can see if I can help before we leave.
Please, yes, please come with me. And they'll begin to lead you into the temple. And as you're entering the temple, is anyone else going to be going? They're literally leaving the area. Loyang
I
and
still have
Cronus.
Alaris.
No, I wanna hold
Sorry.
I'm still talking to the person in the zone of truth.
Okay. Yeah, they don't move. They just
I
stand
kind
there.
of like step in front, like block their path in case they were thinking about going with the other group.
No, you can see that she definitely gets the vibe here, and she just kind of like crosses her arms. She doesn't look happy.
Nell would have hopped off and went
Yeah.
along.
I'll let Nell down.
Okay.
Alaris like whispers, "You're so strong. You've been carrying me for a really long time."
Thank you. I put a lot of my strength into my arms when I recorporealized. I just figured we might end up in a bit of combat, so I didn't think I'd be carrying you. Do you still need to be carried?
Yes.
Okay.
I like how you said need want. Yeah.
Need want?
You want
You want it?
I totally thought you were gonna
Need
say,
it?
yes, I work out. That's what I
Yes. I lift.
Reps.
Just lifting Alaris.
So,
Yes, go ahead.
Samara wants to ask Mullen. Did you know that the Phoenix Bloom was gonna cure you? or was it just kind of I don't know. How'd you come across this?
I found it in the Pilgrim's grave
On purpose or on accident?
on purpose.
I don't actually laugh.
I know. It's so suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. So like you knew it was gonna cure you?
Yes, that is why I went to the Pilgrim's grave, to find it.
Why don't you bring some back for everyone else?
You can see there's some time that passes. She's visibly chewing on it.
It would do you well to tell the truth.
I'm sure you can tell what's going on.
So she blah, blah, blah. God, I'm nervous. I'm nervous lying on behalf of this. Not lying. You don't know if I'm lying. I haven't lied yet. She hasn't lied yet.
Yeah, she can't.
She
That is
hasn't
true.
lied.
Yeah, she can't.
Okay, yeah. So she kind of falls quiet, and we'll follow the camera as we go into the temple. And Kronos, you see that there are very many unwell people here. And you see that they're all covered in the bandages. And towards the back of the temple, you see that there's a great stone statue of Sheng, and it is bearing a shield. And just kind of like as your eyes cast over it, ding, you just get the sense that this is exactly what you're looking for. You were staring at an item that is harboring one of the faces you were searching.
I like whisper in Alaris's ear. Actually, no, Nell is with us as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like I guess like move Alaris a little bit just to be like get her attention, and also like gesture to Nell, and then at the shield. I think you said, right, Stella?
Yep. I did not
Yeah.
accidentally pull up the Pokemon game thing. Nope. It's a shield.
So yeah, I just gesture to the shields that the statue Shen is holding, and just say, "That's the artifact that holds the face that we're going to need. I'd much rather not steal it from these people, but maybe at the very least, if we're able to help them, we could ask for it in return."
I suppose, but if it's something religious for them, we're really gonna have to cure this.
As you say that,
It's equivalent.
Loy Yang says, "You know, if perhaps you are able to find some of the Phoenix Bloom and bring it back, perhaps we can pay you with the artifacts within our temple."
Oh, how convenient.
That would be perfect, actually. We, as you can tell from looking at us, not many of us have shields, despite us being in quite a bit of a lot of combat. We end up finding ourselves in. So could we possibly? And I was gonna.
Yes.
This is very awkwardly.
Yes,
this is like,
absolutely. It would honor us to give you the shield of Shenggong.
thank you. We really appreciate it, and so that we don't leave you entirely empty-handed, we can give you this hand mirror. And I like again gesture to Alaris for Alaris to take it out.
Alaris has to like reach towards Derry because that's the side that the mirror is. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. Okay. Kind of puts it down.
Oh, actually, if you ever want to like revisit a memory that you have from like a while back, it does it at random, but you might see something interesting that you maybe forgot about.
She looks thoughtful. And you see her eyes go out the window and just happens to line up with where Timolin is standing. She says, "Thank you. I might do that then, yes. But cure the very sick people."
Yes. Alaris, I will have to actually set you down.
Alaris lets out a very heavy sigh. Just slowly slumps down. You're very cozy.
Thank you. I've never been told that, but I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna just like cure wounds. I'll spend the spell slots for it as well to cure wounds a few people to really soothe the pain.
Okay. So it will be 1 spell slot per person.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
You have mass cure wound?
I don't have mass cure wounds. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll cure I'll cure 5 people.
Okay. As you do, you can see that your spell definitely improves their comfort. Some of them have been wailing in pain, and they're able to finally find some comfortable sleep. You can see that they are breathing comfortably here. Ooh. Nell, what are you doing?
Oh.
Prayer of healing. So it's gonna take her
Woohoo.
about 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I can pick 6
Okay.
of my choice that I can see within range up to 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's 2d8, whatever. But yeah, she sits down, kind of like cozy like, and just kind of makes a prayer. It kind of sounds like a grocery list. Maybe a bit of a recipe in there.
I love that.
That reminds me of a very specific video that I'm going to find and I'll put in the group chat.
Yeah, so as you kind of cast this spell, you see that Loi Yang looks like that she is on the verge of tears, just completely overwhelmed by how thankful she is for your help. You have made a significant mark here in assisting these people. The energy of the room almost seems to shift a bit. Something less gloomy and something more hopeful. And there's a lot of thank yous and stuff, and we kind of montage the group of you joining the others outside that has been just standing there in really awkward silence.
I've gotten really close to what's their
Timolin.
name? Timolin.
Yeah, Timolin just kind of looks at you, and she's been kind of awkwardly quiet, and she says, "Okay, now that you are all here, I can take you to the Pilgrim's grave."
Thank you.
Don just like gets annoyed and goes, "What have you told us?"
What?
What haven't you told us? I believe is what they were asking. Aggressively.
You see, she moves out of the circle, and she says, "We should move quickly. It's an 8-hour walk."
God, you are so annoying.
Oh, see, Adon says that when they've made a new friend.
No, I don't.
Hilarious, just like that's Adon.
You see, Daddy Quickfoot just kind of cups their chin thoughtfully.
Oh my god.
And we teleport into the swamp, almost as if we only have 40 minutes left to finish this adventure.
Oh, wait.
But
We're the worst.
no, you're the best. I love you
Love
guys
the
so
lore,
much.
okay?
I just want to, yeah. Okay, so as you're kind of moving through the swamp here, we have a montage of this very overgrown, oppressive swamp. You see that there are strange, inviting flowers to the side, and there are creatures that lurk in the darkness. With Timolin at the fore, she manages to scare away quite a few of them, kind of growling out at them, and they retreat into the darkness that pervades the area. You pass an ancient rice paddy that seems to be completely overgrown, no longer kept. There is, at one point, an empty campsite with half-finished meals and a diminished fire. You see that there are a number of different huts that have been collapsed by what it looks like a fish pond. And we'll say that Nell, you see that there are shining things in the water, and you find 8 silver pieces.
Thanks.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. There is a mist that shrouds the area, and you can tell that this is quite difficult to navigate. At certain points, it almost feels as if you're going in circles. But eventually, you travel about 8 hours, and you come to a point where you need to take a rest. And the group of you rest, and I'm sure that y'all are super fucking paranoid and trying to keep Timolin close. But oh no, I don't know how it happens. Timolin is missing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can restore everything. Sorry.
Okay.
Yay, I'm
Yeah.
not
I
tired
mean, sure.
anymore.
This bitch.
This bitch.
It's a short rest, right?
Adon says.
Yeah. No, you can do a long rest.
Long rest, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where did our guide go?
I hate her. I hate
She,
her.
yeah, she's withholding something. She's withholding a lot of stuff from us.
Oh,
Adon's eye is like twitching. She's gone.
oh.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, then, well, we're already partway there, right? Should we just
How
keep?
would we know? We don't have our guide.
You would
We
get
have a
this.
map.
You do have a map. And as you're kind of cross-referencing the amount of time that you've traveled and looking at the map, you are very close. You know what direction to go in. Maybe.
Judging from this map,
Isn't the? Oh wait, no, we have a drawn-on map. Never mind.
Yeah.
I
No,
send
not
my
Laris.
little, I send my drone out for a little bit to see if they can see Timolin.
Okay, yeah. So as you're kind of scanning around, you don't see Timolin, but you do see that there is a hill, and it seems that there's a number of flowers growing on this hill. And nestled among the flowers is what looks like a long, slender drake. So it looks like a dragon without wings, and it seems to be consuming a fallen horse.
I found her horse.
Oh,
It's
where?
being
where-
eaten.
Oh,
It's in a state of
Okay.
decay. It has definitely died some time ago, and it is providing a number of meals for this serpentine creature.
Being eaten. That way,
okay.
though. Oh, and there's a drake.
Oh, okay. So the drake is
okay.
eating the horse.
Mhm, That's
That
what's
was-
eating it.
That's the first information next time, okay, Adon?
I
The danger?
wasn't. I thought that
That
the
comes
horse was more
first.
relevant to our prior information, but I see that the danger should come
Danger
first.
first.
Adon
Other
writes it in their
information
notebook.
Always.
I'm gonna kindly ask for the map from Dari, and I'll lead
Yes.
us.
Here you go.
Okay, especially because you have a map, you're able to go around the drake and not disturb its nest, which is inconveniently in the direction you need to go. As you begin to climb the hill rises above the swamp, crowned by a circle of cypress trees growing beyond the brackish water. Crimson flowers, eye-wateringly bright, grow at the base of the trees, and many of those flowers have been plucked and scattered over a mound of freshly overturned earth. A sword, new but rusting quickly, has been sunk down in the mound like a headstone.
Who do you think's in there?
I'm like, I don't want to decimate the dead, but
I'm not entirely sure. Do we need to know?
I want to know because Tamulam is being very suspicious.
Maybe they had to make
I-
like a sacrifice or something
What if that
to
is
get the
Tamulin?
flower.
Can I look
What if
at
that- what
like?
if that's a ghost?
Can I look at the sword and
Yeah.
everything to try and get hits on who it is?
Okay. Yeah.
Would do you want me to roll?
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Do I see anything Shadowfell or Ethereal Plane?
You do not. With an 8 investigation, you look at the sword and you see that it is definitely beginning to show effects of that. It has been here for a while. It is not maintained. You see that there is a lion's head that kind of comes up in the pommel. So this is a very fancy sword. It was custom made. Other than that, there's no other information. The mound is definitely a grave of some kind.
John, can you still speak with ghosts?
You're so right, I can. And they just plop down on the ground right where they are.
Okay. You activate your special ability.
Yes, thank you.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't think of a question.
Well, you better think of it
I
now.
hope it's not a yes or no question. Oh, God.
Okay, so all of a sudden, whoosh, your vision clouds, and at dawn, you are suddenly in another plane, or at least your consciousness, that has nothing but... Oh. Did it used to be white, or was it black?
I remember it being white.
Yeah, but Vizier is black, I think.
For some reason, when you activate your ability here, it is red. It is that same blood red all over. You're sitting down in what looks like a pool of red water. And there's this sort of red haze all around you.
On the outside, everybody sees all the eyes on my cloak turn completely red.
Oh, I like that. So all of a sudden you feel a presence behind you, almost as if someone's head is right against your neck. And you hear a voice that says, "What is your question?"
I try to turn really quickly so I could see who they are before they can move.
As you turn, there's nothing there. And as you kind of correct yourself, you see that ghostly visage in front of you. It looks like there's a person and that there's a cloth pulled over them. So you don't see any of their features, but you just see the ridges of their features. And they are hovering, suspended in the air. They don't have any feet that touches this blood red water.
Is this a yes or no question?
Yeah.
You
get one.
Oh, God. I hate this. Okay. Use your brain. Use your brain. Is the remedy that Temolin suggests realistic? Can we actually do it? Does it actually work? Oh, that's more questions. The first question encompasses all of those.
You hear, even though you see this creature, this being in front of you, you hear the voice just right there behind you, right behind your ear, and it says, "No." And all of a sudden, you just like swoop, just slam right back into your body, and all of the eyes just like the red just sucks away.
I hate that. Oh, okay. Oh, well, Temolin lied. Doesn't work. Phoenix.
Oh.
Flower, root. Any kind of phoenix thing. Doesn't work. They lied. We're here. They're dead.
Oh.
Everything was red. That never happened before. I don't know what it means.
Everything was red?
Yes, usually when I talk to spirits, everything's white, or sometimes everything's black, but that's more of like a shadowy presence thing. At this time, everything was red. It's very scary. It's very scary, actually. You think you're talking to like some kind of, oh, this was a person at one point. No, they're just like yelling behind you, but then they're in front of you and everything's red.
I see. Well, that definitely seems like something we might want to address later. do you think it being red has something to do with being by this mound or in this timeline?
I don't know. If nobody stops Adon has yeah, if nobody stops Adon is gonna walk up and start digging the dirt off.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, Alaris was thinking the same thing. Like,
I literally messaged Sean, like,
just-
can I respectfully just move it off the face to see who it is?
Yeah.
No, Adon's rattled. They're going with both hands.
I'm gonna hold Adon back because I know they're just gonna be a fucking monster about it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, so you begin to respectfully unearth just the part around their face. And you can see in this grave is a person. They seem to have been eaten away by swamp creatures. They are definitely in a state of decay, but they are still recognizable. You see it to be Tumulin, or a version of Tumulin.
That's what I thought.
yep.
Oh
If
dear.
Tamolin died, who?
Ghost.
Hilarious jumps into Dari's arms.
I'm so scared. Dari holds me.
Jeepers creepers!
I care for my glasses.
Dari's glasses just fall over.
Just fall
Dari like begins to like in the swamp, like ass up, you know, just like blindly just trying to. Wait, who's Scooby?
I think
Dawn.
What does that mean?
Adon,
With
Scooby,
my
and I'm
crackers,
Shaggy.
My Scooby snacks.
Adon is clearly
Scooby
a
snacks.
furry, so like, you know.
Oh, please give me Velma.
No,
All
Daddy
I want to be is
Quickfoot
Velma.
Daddy
Okay.
Quickfoot is Scooby.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You see him just like, ruh-roh, Raggy. Okay.
I'll start like
Adon is-
reburying and
Yeah.
I'll start saying a prayer.
Okay, yes you do.
Can I cast Identify on the sword?
Yes you do. It is a mundane sword.
Fuck. Okay.
I suppose there's multiple things that the Tamala we saw could be changeling, I've come across humanoid mimics before, and those are rather terrifying. I don't know. A ghost is also very much an option, but it's...
Stella, as a changeling, did I get changeling vibes from Tumulin?
Maybe,
Tumulin?
maybe, but not exactly the same.
Imposter.
I think you're on the right track, Dari. Alaris will just like quickly shift into somebody else and then shift back. Be like,
Oh,
changing is a thing I can do. Changeling, not exactly, I don't think. I didn't get quite the vibes, but shape-shifting of some sort. I think you're on the right track.
interesting. Well, we've lost them, so I don't think...
What color was the Drake?
It was black.
Okay, never mind.
Also could be a dragon. I've seen some shape-shifting dragons, but
It's a powerful dragon.
We just have like a hard cut
Yeah.
to the last episode of like Dave going "fuck you," right? Just like blapping this dragon and then just away.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, yes, I actually encountered a dragon with all of you. Yes, I don't know, but now learning that the Phoenix Bloom won't actually help these villagers.
Who buried her?
I want to know.
That's what. That's
Oh,
what
it
Bella
can't have
asked.
been the horse. The horse being eaten.
Yeah, horses
Smart.
probably
Tend
even
not to-
alive didn't bury her.
I imagined it was a Tomorrow we met. Maybe
Buried
at the
herself?
very least to hide the body, because it does seem like if they're spreading the news that the Phoenix
Why
Bloom,
would they mark it?
that is a good question, actually.
Did God damn it! What was my question?
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us. I don't know.
I don't remember.
What in
Never
the
mind.
for your ability?
No. I
Oh,
had another
right now I
question.
can't
Yes.
help you.
When
Current thought.
when Alaris had asked Lo Yang about like I'm not asked but told them about how you can look into the mirror at your past, and then he looks back at Timolan.
Mhm.
Thinking back to that, did it look like a look of like, oh, I love them and I want to think back on the past,
It
or is it kind
looked
of like a
thoughtful.
okay.
Potentially.
Hmm.
Could be Lo Yang.
Oh, yes. Did the body look like it died of the same sickness, or was it swamp? Fucking.
You saw the scabs on the body. The body was not cured.
Well, I don't think we'll have much issue getting out of here, but it does seem like we're going to be going back to a town who we've just given hope to without any results.
I think we just have to find Timolan. The other one.
I mean, yes. I don't think I have anything that can help with that.
I do,
Wait,
and I start
maybe.
shouting Timolan.
No.
As you're shouting, I remember like, oh wait, actually, and I'm gonna cast Find Familiar, and I'm just gonna like, as I slam like my staff into the ground, it kind of like suddenly becomes like it becomes a snake. It becomes an actual snake. So it melts down into a at this point like 6 foot tall snake. Is black. It's got black eyes, but it's made out of like silver and gold scales. And just looking at it, because I can do telepathically, I just go look around to see if you can find this imposter that we previously thought was Timolan.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so
go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
Can I have Blueberry invisibly fly around? Maybe he can see anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So your little fairy dragon joins in the search, and we'll have a little montage here where you essentially find tracks that presumably are from Timolan, and they seem to be headed back in the direction of Bianyu.
They seem to have fled back to town. Well, we have the prince, so it shouldn't be too hard for us to get out, and the map.
I'm very good at leading.
Should
You
just in case Lo Yang isn't in on this, should we bring some of Timolan back for them, or the sword?
I think the sword maybe be best. If they end up wanting to bring the body, they have their own religion and how to properly exhume a body. There's most likely some kind of procedure for that as well, without being disrespectful. So I think maybe at the very least bringing the sword and letting them know where the body is so they can do that themselves.
You play something that's a noticeable marker like the sword to find where this
We should
was?
probably place something.
I have mold earth. Could I mold like a headstone in the visage of Sheng? I'm gonna pronounce this right. Shengong.
Yeah.
And just like make a headstone in front, like at the head of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you unsheath the sword from the ground, and you do so, and there's a very clear headstone here now.
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely looking forward to heading back into town. We essentially coming back with bad news in 2 folds.
I would like to suggest something before we get back to town exactly. Perhaps monitoring Timolan might be our better bet.
Yes.
When we find them. John, I'm not sure that you can cast this anymore, but I do have the
Yes.
ability to cast without a trace still. So
That'd be good.
perhaps that would be our best bet.
And I can lead us with the map and everything back.
Okay, excellent. So the group here, Samara at the fore with the map. You make your way back to Beyond Hue, and as you do, you find Loyang first. They seem to be outside of the temple, doing as they were, trying to tend to people. And as you're entering the area, you see her swell up, and she runs over to you. Says, "Well, did you find it? Did you find the pilgrim's grave?"
I thought we were gonna sneak into the village.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
That was the plan.
Ah, okay.
Cronus is like, oh wait, we're sneaking in. Okay, sorry. Let
Okay.
me rewind real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dari just
Uh,
just opens up and like a remote appears in their hand. And just like
Ooh.
she begins to like push rewind. Yeah.
Yeah, I can cast the without a trace for free.
Okay.
So I will
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, as you obscure everyone, you're on the fringe of Beyond Hue. What do you want to do? You're all basically invisible as you're moving through.
We want to find Tamolin and just like see them, I guess.
I want to spy on Loyang.
No.
Wouldn't Tamolin want to, or the being that is Tamolin would want to go back to the temple? Presumably, right?
Yes.
That's what I would guess. Yeah.
I've got clairvoyance.
Oh,
I can keep an eye on the temple.
That'd be
Yeah,
useful.
that's perfect.
10 minutes.
And I'll go Loyang.
Okay.
I will cast invisibility on Samara, since it seems like we're going to be splitting up somewhat
Mhm.
anyway.
Okay.
'Cause I think past about a trace is like
it's
a-
like
you have to-
10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll cast invisibility on Samara.
Okay. So Nell, as you're casting clairvoyance, what do you want to do with it?
Since it kind of like becomes like a luminous orb, I imagine she'd place it kind of near a wall sconce, so it doesn't look out of place. That there's a shiny light source. And I guess I imagine just like waiting for an opportune time where 10 minutes would be useful.
Okay.
Like,
So the way that this is actually worded, it's invisible. A creature that can see the sensor, which if they can have see invisibility or true sight, sees this luminous orb. So if they don't have,
just in case.
okay, yeah, absolutely, it's totally obscured. So as you're switching like to the, so you have to choose between seeing and hearing. You can't have both on at the same time. So as you turn on the seeing, you see the interior of the temple here. And you see Tamolin is currently doing a dance and some acrobatics inside, performing somehow. And seems to be trying to cheer up people inside of the temple. You see them clapping, and a few of them are trying to be a little festive here. As you switch to the hearing, you can definitely get the sense that they are appreciating Tamolin here.
We find Tamolin's body double, and then the other one's just fucking bussing it down. You're like breakdance.
Yeah,
Doing the
literally,
robot.
literally all of those things. She is dancing.
This sounds helping to having a show for those that are sick.
That's kind. I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of them are bedridden. So some form of entertainment.
It looks
always
like a good
appreciated.
show. I would clap if I was there.
So nothing suspicious. I mean, it
Other
seems like they've been
than the-
helping.
The fact that two
Yes.
Very spry.
Maybe we should wait until Samara sees anything. It might be Lo Yang
Right.
that we might need to speak to. But let's wait and see.
So Samara, you're making your way to Luoyang, and as you do, you can see exactly as I had described before. She is tending to people outside of the temple. She is dressing their wounds, trying to make sure that they're fed, trying to tuck a few people in on these makeshift cots. And she is whispering comforting words to these people.
Yeah.
You're
I'm just gonna
invisibly
watch.
sizing her up. Okay.
I'm just gonna watch for the. How long is it? An hour that I'm invisible? I don't know. I'm gonna watch for as long as
I think
invisibility
up to
lasts.
concentration.
Uh,
Up to an hour, yeah, as long as
okay.
I'm holding concentration.
So for the majority of an hour, you're watching, and the same thing. It's unchanged. And for the whole 10 minutes, Nell, unchanged. That's basically all they're doing.
I want to do that. Never mind.
If there's no cure, then why don't we just... I don't know. I think we should leave without telling them, right? We
need
shouldn't
the
tell them that
item.
there's no cure.
We need the thing.
You're invisible. Can you get it?
You could.
Could. Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to be like, I want to look around in Lo Yang's place, but I'm like, I also just took up the grave.
Go
already.
ahead and roll me stealth at advantage.
Stealth. Okay. Where is it?
21. Very good. You nimbly pick your way through the temple here, and you approach the statue of Sheng Gong, and you manage to remove it from the wall, the statue, and you have it in your possession, and now it's floating in the air because you're invisible, but it's not invisible. But so far, no one seems to have noticed. Tamulin is absolutely a distraction here.
There, Alaris will ask Nell, are there any windows in this temple that she can...
Does Nell notice floating?
Yes. Absolutely.
At least you know who it is.
Yeah.
Would I though?
I'm pretty sure Samara has like message.
I don't have
Like, hey,
message.
I'm
I'm
doing
sending.
this.
If I put it in my pants, will it disappear?
It's a whole ass shield.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
magical, but they're not
You
that
got big
magical.
Listen,
Pants.
I have monk pants. They're big. I'm just saying, you know.
I don't think it's gonna work. Sorry, baby.
Yeah.
Just
I imagine it's
puts
like
it in
Nell's-
her shirt.
I imagine it's like Nell's 10 minutes ends. She's like, the shield is floating, and then just like the vision like ends.
I'm not entirely sure if it's meant to do that.
That's possibly Samara?
We're stealing the shield.
Oh, well, I have a question addressed towards Dari. And, you know,
Yeah.
I guess everyone. No, wait. What if we just asked Tamulin some questions? What if we removed them from the temple and
Don't we
hung out
that?
with them
already?
and asked them some questions? But I'm thinking maybe a little bit more unfriendly this time.
Oh.
You want to really interrogate
Sure. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. We went around the polite route the first time and it didn't seem to work, so I guess we
Exactly.
can be more forceful.
we can at least make sure that, you know, their intentions are good, and they're not telling people to go to the swamp to look for this flower as some sort of food source for something.
Yeah,
Well, like the Drake.
like the Drake. Yeah.
Ella,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
when Alaris was in the temple, were there any windows?
Yes.
Okay. Alaris would like to, while this conversation is happening, Alaris has snuck away and cast Pass Without a Trace on herself because she knows it's only a certain distance from Adon. And she's going to sneak to the temple and try and get Samara's attention while she's hanging out there with a floating shield.
I think Samara's gonna like grab it, and then she's gonna be like, "I didn't really think this through." She's just gonna stand there trying to think of what should I do? Should I just leave it? Should I just go? I don't know what's going.
You hear a psst.
What? Through the window.
So scuffed.
I have a question.
Yes.
So it's like along the wall, right?
It was on a statue.
It was on a statue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like how the mechanics of invisibility would work. Like if I were to put it like right in front of my torso, would you be able to see it from the other side?
So you're see-through.
Okay.
So that wouldn't work.
I was like, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel bad because he's like kind of nice. I'm not gonna throw it. Not gonna fucking throw it.
Artifact. This religious artifact.
Listen, I'm fucking stealing.
You just as you feel bad, you're looking up at the statue of Sheng Gong, and for some reason, the face of this ox-headed god, it almost seems like that kind of specific look of like, yo, it's cool. I'm okay with this.
Samara's gonna like,
Yo, dude, I understand. I understand.
I get it. I get it.
I've been there.
Samara's
This is
just
actually,
like,
this isn't even my shield, honestly. I stole it into the exact same situation.
You think an ox can hold a shield? No, I don't have any use for the shield.
Samara's just like, okay. Since I'm a monk, if I run, will that break me out of stealth or?
Not with that 21. You're fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll just run towards the window and jump out.
Okay, yeah. Alaris,
Do monk shit, jump over. Oh, I hit the mic. Sorry.
yeah, you just feel this air. You see the shield and invisible attachment of Samara, like just kind of like whoosh over your head, and you feel the air as Samara jumps over you, and is now outside.
Why was that so hard?
I mean, I personally, me thought I was gonna have to roll another stealth check, so
Oh, you're good.
I was worried about that, even though I have advantage.
I mean, I probably should have just come here with the invisibility and the lantern and just like and left.
I mean, do it now. It's just this disembodied voice. The
Yeah.
shield is
Yeah.
just like bobbing up and down.
Yeah, we just like have this like slow zoom out of like this really, really scuffed looking cat just watching this floating shield and just like blinks out of existence. And then the cat just slowly walks away, not giving a fuck.
Hi, cat.
Doesn't even meow at you, doesn't even look at you. The ear doesn't even turn towards you.
Okay, now where'd you go?
I'm right here, where the shield is.
All
What are you talking about?
Stella made it sound like the shield disappeared when I
Does
slurped
it?
it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in
That's
your
fine.
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm right here and rub my hand on your face.
Oh God, stop that! I don't know where that hand's been. Stop, put it away.
We hard cut to everyone joining together as a group outside
Oh,
of Beyond
kidnap
You.
Mullen, right?
What?
Well, kidnapping? I thought we were just taking them away to like
Borrowing
yell at
them
them
nicely
angrily.
to hang out and then ask them questions in a slightly unfriendly way.
What does it matter?
You don't need to.
These people are.
It would just be the nice thing to do. If
I need
we...
a note with some jam, at least.
Yeah, we can give them jam. That's fine.
I will.
Are we
I
leaving?
will say, even though Don did say I'm the leader of this mission, I'm very much here just to help you out where I can. But I will say, a lot of you live a short time compared to me. Just because they're going to die soon doesn't mean we shouldn't help, because I guess soon is pretty relative. And I assume you'd probably want me to help all of you if you're ever in danger.
I just want to know what's going on. I don't want to
Don's
leave
just
without not figuring it
curious.
out.
Yeah, I kind of want to figure it out.
The cure didn't work that we were gonna get them, so why?
Let's just ask a few questions.
I mean, as long as we're asking them at the tip of the blade, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
You've never seen a Don this giddy. Well, you've hardly ever seen a Don this giddy.
You just feel an invisible pad on your head.
Oh yeah, the face is in the urn.
Oh,
at
I
this
can
point,
see
we're done.
invisible people.
I'm like, oh, you can see me?
You see all of the eyes tracing you at once.
That's creepy.
I can't control them.
So
Where's Samara? Oh, wait, invisible. I want to end concentration.
I'll be like,
So
I'm right
Samara-
here. Stroke your
Oh.
face.
Oh, and immediately end
Not even like
concentration.
off to the side, like straight down the center of your face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
great.
just wait for Timolan to leave the temple, and then we get him.
2 hours later, Loy Yang says, we see Loy Yang like exhausted, looking to Timolan as they're standing at the door. Loy Yang says, I will be home soon. I'm going to clean up a bit before I leave. Why don't you get some stew ready? Timolan says, all right, yeah, I can do that. And they begin to cheerfully make their way into an alleyway.
Can I insight
Oh.
check that conversation? Why is it that the guy or the lady was okay with Timolan being back and not everyone else? Because they knew we went together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
With your 7 insight, you don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Don't know, bro.
Weird.
the
Before they walk
alleyway.
into the alleyway, I'll
Okay,
just turn
yeah.
to them and go quickly and say, we need like a secluded place to speak to them, correct?
Alleyway.
Did we
Yes.
hear their
Finale.
conversation?
I mean,
at all?
probably a bit more.
We can take 'em out of
Sure.
the city.
Yeah.
Well, we
I-
can go back to their place, and if you're having conversation, I can still get the stew ready.
That would be nice, actually, just in case we wouldn't want to delay the stew, especially if it ends up being nothing actually wrong on their part.
That's very nice of you.
And also Nell's a great cook.
All else fails, we can eat Nell's stew if they end up both being bad.
I
I
am
love some
not
stew,
mad
actually.
about that.
I love stew.
I'll just watch you all eat.
I love this
Try
game.
again.
So he just like walks through the alleyway, goes to a very humble house, opens the door, enters, closes the door, and you hear like clang, 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 clang. It's like a ladle inside a bowl or something.
I
my
got
God.
the little box on
I-
the door.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
No. No, you hear the pot banging and kitchen noises.
After you.
Okay.
I'm...
Dawn opens the
Oh, it was
front
for
door.
Dawn.
Okay, the door's not locked.
I just open and walk in. Timolan.
It's you. You survived.
Surprise, surprise. You're dead.
We mean, that wasn't a threat, so we mean, we saw
Well-
your body.
It was kind
It
of a
was
threat.
I
It was a
forgot
threat?
about the body. I didn't forget about I wasn't thinking about the body. It was a threat.
Oh,
I'll chop the
I'm
onions.
sorry. Um,
Make
I'll
you
help with the
cry,
onions.
bitch.
I'll help with cooking. I've never done this before.
Mullen
What do
looks
you do?
incredibly confused, just kind of like moving out of the way, like kind of stepping out of the kitchen area, just like
Why don't you take a seat?
Does Lo Yang have any dietary needs, allergies? We probably should take that into account.
Vegetarian.
Okay.
Tamolin tenses and then bows her head. Her jaw begins to slope out as brown skin melts into matted fur. Tamolin's appearance is not the only thing to change as you all kind of confront her here. In an instant, her brash confidence evaporates, leaving a hunched, vulpine creature quivering in leathers 2 sizes too large for her. She lifts her fox-like face up to you, and you see her cowering and shaking and shivering as she looks up at the group of you. There is fear in her eyes.
Do I recognize this, I guess, species?
Go ahead and roll me history.
Do we recognize?
History.
Roll me history.
History. I
Does
love a good
this
history
look
check.
like lovely Ashana, but slightly different?
History. There it is.
Okay.
19.
Woo! 24 from Adon, 19 from Kronos, 13 from Alaris. Nell, did you want to roll as well?
No, I guess she's not really worried about recognizing, but she does see the fear.
Okay.
And she's gonna mention to Daria, okay, carrots,
Yes.
chop, and then the water, get the boiling, and then she'll just kind of like slowly approach Timolinus. It's okay, we'll get the stew. It's fine. We were helping. Do you have dietary needs?
I as you're kind of like approaching, she's just a little taller than you. I think she's about Adon's height. She begins to kind of pull away from you and she's wringing her hands. You can tell that she's scared of you.
Sensing that, Nell's gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Please don't cast that awful spell again. The one where I couldn't protect myself. Please.
Oh no, that's not the lying one. It's just to help you feel better.
As this spell goes off, with the 24 history, the 19 history from Adon and Kronos, you both recognize this to be a doppelganger. Alaris, obviously not a changeling.
Nope.
There's some fox shit going on here.
It's hot.
It's really hard to say because they look so miserable and just folded in on themselves, almost like a creature that is uncomfortable in its own skin. With the calm emotions, so you see Tamolin kind of looking at the different effects of the spell as it begins to take place, and with a sigh, she surrenders, and it takes hold, and she begins to still and stops shaking. Locking eyes with Nell.
Why don't we come by the fire? Do you like making stew? We can make stew together.
Yeah.
So she'll kind of like guide her back over to like the table or whatever, and it's like, is there a part that you like the most? In prepping?
I like doing the plating.
Does favorite bowls? We can get the favorite bowls. Do you have like a nice tablecloth that you usually put out? And then we can, we'll make this a really nice dinner. Yeah. For sure. Okay, and then Nell'll just kind of be like moseying around, trying to like get this stew ready so that to be able to be plated nicely.
She puts a hand, a very claw-like hand, on yours, Nell, and stops you. Lo Yang doesn't know.
Bit of a relationship hurdle. Yes. But
She looks at the group of you and she begins to talk, and she has a very quiet voice. I've lived in Beyond Q for as long as Loyang, but the village is so small and so hostile to strangers. I could only ever observe from the outside. I just wanted to be one of them.
You, when did you start, I suppose, pretending to be Samara?
Well, when the plague first hit, I was one of the first lepers to come to Loyang's temple. That's the first time that I saw Tumulin. Tumulin was an adventurer that came, and they fell ill and began to spend time with Loyang in the temple. I must confess, I envied Tumulin for her charisma and just her immediate acceptance by the village. More than anything, her relationship with Loyang. Tumulin heard about the folktale story of the Phoenix Bloom, and she was so brave. She went all by herself, and I feared for her. So I went to protect her, so she would be safe.
Did she die of the plague or protecting you?
She didn't know I was there. I don't know if it was the plague or the monsters, but by the time that I got to her, she was already half dead in Pilgrim's grave.
so you were the one who buried her then?
She just nods, and you can see her dip her head very low.
Why did you tell everyone that the Phoenix Bloom cured Tumulin?
I wanted to give them hope. I needed a reason to be able to come back as Tumulin. As you can see, I'm not affected by the plague.
Yeah. I do hope you realize how dangerous that lie is. As I do understand that you wanted to give them hope, but there are all kinds of monsters down there, and you could have led people to an early grave.
She begins to sink in on herself, and she says, I was hoping to provide hope to people. I don't know if it works or not.
Doesn't.
See her ears flatten even more.
Hindsight's always 20/20, you know, when we have good intentions, but sometimes we don't always make the best choices and decisions, and sometimes we don't find out for a while that, unfortunate consequences. But like, you've taken a lot of care, but I think it's gonna be hard to keep up these lies. Unfortunately, we're not gonna say anything, but like,
We're not Adonis. Not our place to say anything.
no, it's obviously want to help.
As you look at her, she stares at her hands, and there is this desperate self-loathing in her eyes. And she begins to shake again as you see that the effect of the calm emotions beginning to wear off. And tears are beginning to stream down her face. And all of a sudden, you just see her shift again into Tumulin. She sighs, and you see almost as if not only her body changes, but her demeanor. She stands up straighter. She looks you in the eye, each one of you. The comfort and confidence seems to come back. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I have been trying to join people when I can. To bring them there and bring them back, and I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I found a way to belong here. To be with these people.
I can't tell you how to live your life, but if Lo Yang ever finds out, or even if they don't, I think they're always going to have a suspicion. And I don't think it's fair to have Lo Yang have that suspicion lingering for as long as they know you. It might eat at them. They will most likely think there's something wrong with them because they wouldn't think you would lie to them.
You see Tumulin looking down at the table where 2 bowls have been placed. She gently cups one of them. There's a look of longing in her eyes, and she says, "Do you think that I should leave? Or perhaps take another form?"
I don't know. I don't think you need to leave. And from what I've seen, it seems like you're comfortable looking like this. But I do think the kindest thing you can do is, at the very least, let Lo Yang know.
She takes this bowl and she holds it to her chest. She's cradling it right over where her heart should be. I'll tell her when she gets home.
You can figure things out from there.
Okay.
I turn to Adan. I guess I've said everything I wanted to say. Do you have anything? I know you were just itching to figure out what was going on.
I whisper, like, Adan's trying to make it so that Tumulin doesn't hear, but I don't actually know if that's true. So, well, it doesn't hardly matter anymore. I mean, Lo Yang and the rest of the village is going to die in a few weeks anyways. if you think it's better for us not to tell everyone, then we got our shield. We can get out.
Yes. Yeah, it's probably best not to tell them. It's better not to have that lingering over your head.
Well, time for us to go then.
I chopped some of the carrots. I didn't finish all of them. So you might have to continue the stew. But I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Nell's gonna like add some spices, and she's gonna take out some various packets of herbs and a jar of jam, and just for dessert, you know, the jam. And crackers. And she turns to her and it's gonna be hard, but I really think you deserve to be loved for who you are and not as somebody else. And do that at your own pace. But you're worthy. You've been helping these people. You have a good heart. And that's all that matters.
You can see that she has a faraway look in her eyes, and she nods slowly, and her hand reaches for yours and she gives it a small squeeze. Thank you.
I guess we head out.
Sorry, before we do, I'm not sure which one of us had the sword, Drac, whether it was Alaris or Dari, but Alaris.
I'll just say Alaris.
Okay.
Makes sense for yeah.
Yeah, Alaris is gonna slide the sword on the table towards Tamolin. You have to look every time and be like, you might want to give this to Lao Yang when you do tell her.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, we left a proper headstone too. So.
Thank you. I'm sorry for what it's worth.
We're not the ones you apologize to.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck, I guess.
Yeah. And the party leaves.
Yeah.
As the group of you head off away from Bianhu, we see a distant cutscene of Lo Yang coming home, looking exhausted, dropping down into the seat opposite of Tamolin. That bowl that she was clutching to her chest is full of soup and in front of her. Tamolin sits down and says, I don't really know how to start this conversation, but... She pulls out the sword that you left, Tamolin's sword, and she puts it down on the table between them. Lo Yang kind of gives a tired smile and says, You found your sword. Tamolin says, It is not mine. And the screen slowly fades to black. We have the party kind of trudging out into the swamp in the direction of where you originally were. You find the exit area. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just probably just talking and describing the shattering. This is one of the many forms an apocalypse can take. In your timeline, I will be honest, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to manifest. But here, it seems to be coming from within the very planets. And bits and pieces will begin to break and shatter, hence the name, the Shattering. And there's nothing really we can do to stop it, or anyone.
Well, that tends to be a recurring thing with apocalypses, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, away from one and into another. Great.
All you can really do is live life until then, I suppose.
Well, we still have time to figure stuff out. Right? How soon is our apocalypse coming? You can tell us that, right? The dawn gets close to Kronos.
Like I said, I can't. Mixture of and this is not me just not being able to or not wanting to. I really don't know. There are some things that I can't see. Surprisingly, it doesn't really take much. If a god doesn't want me to see anything, I won't see it. Like
but the Fates would know.
Most likely, yeah.
And you can like call your like coworkers.
We're
You can,
very
you can
much
ping
not.
them on Slack.
I assure you that they would not tell me. We are not on speaking terms. If we were, you wouldn't be here. You'd be in custody of the Fates right now.
Well, then I could ask
Notifications are
them.
muted.
Well, why don't we should just get caught then, right? So we can talk to the Fates.
You want to get caught?
I don't think that'll play
I
out
want
the
to
way
talk
you
to
want
the
to.
Fates.
I don't.
Again, like I said, I'm not entirely sure if I can put you in contact with the Fates for a friendly discussion. If you want to get caught, I suppose it's possible.
If you were us, how would you deal with the apocalypse? Like if you knew you were gonna die in it.
I wouldn't.
You just wouldn't die.
No, are we speaking with my current knowledge of apocalypses or without it? Because I am fully aware that it's not possible.
No,
at
but
least I
you're
haven't
not
seen.
thinking outside of the box.
Okay, I
Just
suppose.
get creative with me for a second.
How would I stop the apocalypse? Speak to the person causing it? But I have spoken to them many times, like I said, and
This is the Fates, right?
No, so Moros. The Fates have have to do with the fate of things, and sometimes that does end in an apocalypse, so they aren't entirely separate, but they don't exactly work together. So yeah, you may have to speak to Moros, but Moros
We're
isn't
on
much of a
speaking terms with a lot of
conversationalist.
gods, the ones that aren't dead. Sure, we could go up
Yes.
the chain.
I think the entire time you're having this conversation, you're just seeing Adon slowly shrinking as you're standing here in the swamp.
Oh,
We're
I'm
like
gonna,
walking through the swamp, and I'm like going like down the stairs.
I'm gonna pick up Adon and like just
thank
hold them up like
Fireman carry
fireman over my
the
shoulder. I just had it over the
I'm
shoulder
like
and have
talking into your back.
As you do that, you see Daddy Quickfoot look down at Nil and just like raise one raccoon eyebrow.
Puppies.
Uppies. Just cradles you like a baby.
Fall asleep.
And you are all standing in front of the area where you need to be to exit. Would you like to exit?
Yes.
Yes. Again, I'm not entirely sure how this works. I don't travel through timelines this way. So Adon, how do we
You
do
just
this?
go like this, and it'll suck you up.
You say you just go like this and
Oh, okay.
Puppies.
one by one, each of you begin to disappear.
So quiet.
Gods.
Can I possibly do something really quick?
Nope, hold on.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
okay. I like
Fuck.
it.
Where's
I like
the
it.
music?
That means some things about to happen.
Something is afoot.
Something
Quick
bad. A quick foot.
foot. Something is a
I
quick
can't wait for
Quickfoot
Quickfoot and
pants.
Daddy Quickfoot to meet. I want to know what that interaction is going to be
Oh
like.
my
So-
god.
As you are transporting through space and time here, we just see a tapestry of very many threads. And as we're zooming in on each individual thread, we see different places, different universes, different versions of everything. And there's a particular one that's in a swamp with a group of people that shouldn't be there. And as a sword is taken out of the ground, there is a little bar that just goes in one direction. And as Nell puts the jam down on the table, it balances out, it zeroes out. And then as the sword is given to Mullen, it goes the other way. And we see this particular thread begin to glow. A hand reaches out from the darkness, touches the thread, and says, "Found you." And you see these talons begin to grow from the tip of these fingers. As they pluck the thread, something is taken from you. Samara,
Oh,
you have drawn the Donjon card.
I have goosebumps.
which one's that one?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Oh my god.
Guys, help, please. Help me.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Each of you plop back down into the space in front of the time machine beneath Moontown. Adon, Alaris, Samara, Kronos, and Nell.
Well then, so you have the face. Do you know what face it was?
As you look at the soul jar, you can see the face of shame is glowing.
That makes sense. I can't stay in this form for too much longer. It's taken a lot for me to stay physical, so I might need to go rest again soon. So I'll leave you all to your own devices. Hopefully, if I have enough energy and you ever need help again, I'll be able to come to your aid, but try to prepare as if I won't, because my sleeps can range between a day to thousands of years.
Oh, I have Avalon wake me up. You could ask her.
Yeah, why didn't you set an alarm?
You hear a
Time-
voice. You hear a voice, and it says, "That is not how that works." And the camera kind of pans over, and Calibor is just there, tinkering away near the time machine.
I'm going to leave quicker now. Bye. I'll like walk past, just pretend I don't even see Calibor and just leave. And I'm gonna look for Fiona.
As you're leaving, Calibor's eyes just kind of skim down you and look at these pants that you're wearing. He goes, "Nope." It just continues working.
Did Alaris witness this?
Yes.
Alaris is gonna stomp over to Calibor, be like, "Do you have a problem with my handiwork?"
He straightens and he folds his hands at the small of his back and he looks down at you. He's like 6'5" now or something. No, like 8'2". I don't know.
Yeah, he's really tall.
He looks down at you and he says, "I have many problems with you." Alaris. And then you feel this like ham hand on your shoulder as
No.
Daddy Quickfoot just kind of sides up to you and just staring at Calibor, and they're the exact same height.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Uh-oh.
Would you like to tell me those problems you have with me, Calibor?
I have prepared a list.
I'd love to see it.
Can we wait to get some popcorn first?
And the screen will fade to black there. Kronos, you find yourself going towards the Crossed Candles Inn, and you see that Frost is there. So we
Oh.
see this extravagant looking unicorn. As you come in, he says, "Hey, how's it going? I don't think I recognize you. No way, I don't know. Are you a good tipper?"
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
come on in. We've got a special for tonight's dinner.
Dinner. I don't eat. I'm actually here to look for Fiona. Is she around?
He tosses his head cultishly and he says, "Yeah, she's not in a great mood right now. The festival was just a total bust.
Yes, that.
She's pretty fucked up right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yikes, you know."
I mean, it seemed she put a lot of effort into it, so that makes sense to see all that come.
She's in the back,
I.
crying
Oh.
a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I think you can wait then.
Do you want me to give a message? I can do that.
Yes, sure. No, actually, no. I think it's probably better if it came from me.
Right.
But maybe not today. But thank you.
Yeah.
Here's a tip. I'm just gonna
Yeah, as soon as you say that,
coins.
you're just a mage hand just appears out of nowhere, almost as if it was waiting, and just
Here you
snatches it
go.
out of you.
Oh, okay. It was a pleasure as usual. And it's gonna hurry out.
I'm sorry, I took your sweet cutscene away from you.
No, it's good.
Fucking Frost. Okay.
And yeah, I hurry out, and I leave through the gate of Moontown
Okay.
before going back to my plane.
You are gone. Some time passes. And we'll say that the group of you are gathered together outside of the tavern, right next to the broken spelljammer. Samara. You realize that Blueberry is missing.
No! Samara's really frantic right now. She's gonna start hollering. Like, Blueberry? Blueberry, where are you? Blueberry! She's gonna run.
I can see invisible things. Can I see Blueberry anywhere?
Nope.
Oh.
You normally see Blueberry like kind of curled up in Samara's hair or horns or nearby, just very, very close at all times, right? You realize now that you haven't seen Blueberry from the moment that you've returned from the time machine.
God, I'm such a bad mother.
You left him in a world that's gonna get apocalypsed.
Do you say that?
Adon would say that, yes!
Samara's gonna thunk a Dawn on the forehead.
You're right. I shouldn't have said that.
My cat looks upset. I just wanted to know. No, he's just cute.
I think with Samara being really frantic, she's gonna try and cast Locate Creature.
Okay, yeah. So as you begin to cast this spell, we just kind of like all we hear is the huffing of Samara. Just the panic settling in as you are desperately trying to find Blueberry. And the last thing that we hear as the screen begins to fade to black is the thundering rhythm of your heart. That is how we end our session for tonight.
My child. That is low, Stella. No.
The one person
Oh.
who actually uses her animal companions.
My cat is sitting. Oh, wait, is it cleaned out? Oh, this is his tail. Okay, sorry. Cat. Okay, professional. Thank you so much, everyone, for. Oh, he's sitting on the car. Blessed. Hashtag blessed. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you so much for the show of support, everyone being here to enjoy the show. We're going to do some outros here. We're going to tell you about who we are, where you can find us, and what either our favorite part of the episode was, or handing off a star to someone on the screen. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our special guest, Draconics.
Hi, I'm Jack or Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. That's Draconiques. I'm streaming all over the place, but the next place I'm gonna be is tomorrow. Technically today for me, but tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and I'm gonna be over on Be Never Ending with Josh Simmons. I'm gonna be talking about magical items in TTRPGs and how that impacts the games we've been in. And then over on Saving Throw Show on Sunday at I think 4 o'clock Eastern. I'm not entirely sure. 4 o'clock Eastern or 4 o'clock Pacific. One of the two. I don't know. I'm going to be over there guesting in their new Pantheon's actual play. I'm going to be coming back as Emeka, the godling of Ikenga, the able god of strength and perseverance. So it's going to be a lot of fun. My favorite part. I want to give a star to Stella. And I'm going to give it to Stella for just the whole pants, like what you pulled from, like you're like, the pants are a little bit cursed. Okay, cool. Alaria's got trapped in your pants. Okay, that's weird. Now we have Daddy Quick Flip because of the pants. I don't, ridiculous, but I love it.
Thank you. I just want to do a little flex there because I totally thought. So like, as I was, I didn't like piece all of that together all at once because I thought the void card was yours, and I was like, wait, it's Alaris. Oh, this is even better. Obviously, it's the pants. It's the curse. The story tells itself. Well, thank you.
So good.
Thank you so much for wearing the pants. Otherwise, that wouldn't have happened. So I give my star to you.
Thank you.
Is she watching? Okay, I put them on.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. Next, we have EJ.
Hi everyone, my name is EJ. I'm in the chat. That's one big egg. I'm also on Twitter, several big eggs. And my star for tonight. Oh, everybody, I liked so many things about tonight is the thing. I think my favorite part is the interaction between Samara and Alaris when she was trying to steal the shield. And did a very good job. Good job. Plus.
Didn't get caught.
Good.
They didn't get caught. They did a good job. There you go. That's my favorite part.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, we have Dungeon Dame.
Hi, I'm Dungeon Dame. You can find me on the internets everywhere at Dungeon_Dame. So TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. And then over on Stella Luna's Discord, that's usually where I hang out. The pants were the best part. I just love how you took the tidy idea of the embroidered pants, and you're like, you know what? We're gonna make this a fucking thing. This is so good. Big brain.
Thank you. Next we have Giggly.
Hi, that's me. I'm Giggly. You can find me here on Twitch at GigglyDendroLagus or on Twitter at GigglyDendro. I usually stream Wednesday nights. We just started Kina Bridge of Spirits, so that's been going pretty cool. It's also super cute. What else? I really just want to give my star to Stella for her amazing storytelling skills. Because it's so easy to just put yourself in that setting. And I'm like, oh shit, they found us.
Thank you. I love you so much. I'm sorry I took your baby.
I know.
It's okay. You know I'm not gonna hurt your baby.
You better not.
You don't know that.
I'm just like,
I don't know that.
You don't know.
story. I make story with the baby. Oh, thank you. Next we have May.
Hey, I'm May. Can be found on the internet, Lady May, and it's MEA. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I paint things sometimes. I stream things sometimes. But most often I am on Stella's channel for Unbound or Runaway Robots channel for Crimson Ruin, which is gonna be a week after next. And then not tomorrow because we're missing tomorrow, but next Saturday, Miss Megan J, where I play Dendar, a bunch of big bad evil goddesses trying to find our memories. And then I can't get the image of like Tony the Tiger as Quickfoot.
Oh
like,
my
out of my
god.
head.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Tony the Tiger.
No.
Frosted Flakes Tiger.
The Frosted Flakes
Oh
Tiger.
my god.
Was this while like I was up or something? Did we talk about
No,
this
no,
on
no.
break?
No, it's just
Oh.
like the whole Quickfoot thing is just like the triangle body is just like I just envisioned him.
Yep,
as a
it's
raccoon version
Tony.
of Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, you're correct.
And
That is literally correct.
Oh my god.
Wow.
No.
Yes, I
Oh,
can tell because it's just
no.
been stuck in my head this whole time.
That's fantastic.
Good
I love
news,
it.
EJ. You're attracted to Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, I want to I give EJ a star for so convincingly playing a furry that it's starting to make me wonder.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
wanna
being
go.
a furry.
I
Okay.
wanna go.
I'm just imagining like a shitty like MS Paint version of like taking Tony the Tiger and just like recoloring to look like a raccoon.
I think I
Yeah,
have
we
enough
can
panel
ask
points for
Yeah,
that.
so how do
my
we
God.
redeem that?
No, we're ending the stream. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Stella Luna. We do D&D, TTRPG stuff at this channel. The thing that I want to shout out is that on Saturdays, we do a thing that is called Strixhaven. We have an open roster community campaign, and all you need is a working microphone and a quiet place to play. You don't even need a camera. And we are all about teaching people how to play, how to stream, all of that good stuff. And all you need to do is just hop into the Discord and we will teach you how to set all of that up. Other than that, we'll be back here on Wednesday for our campaign club of Ghost of Saltmarsh at 8 p.m. And we are not going to have Unbound next week because I'm going to be in LA. Guess who I'm going to be hanging out
I'm
with?
just moderately excited.
I'm super
chill. I'm
excited.
really chill about it. I'm chill. I'm really chill.
Oh my god. What if I brought the deck of many things, like, and
What
just,
if
like,
I
let
cry
you
right
touch
now
it?
because I'm so excited.
Do you want to touch it?
Yes, I will. I'm really chill though. I'm like,
Wait,
I'm just vibing.
I'm gonna make you sign your favorite card.
I'm gonna explode.
Oh my god.
I'm a genius. I'm a
You
genius.
broke EJ.
I don't think you understand how excited I am.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great.
I've never met Stella before. This
Yes.
is very exciting for me.
I'm so excited. Okay, that's going to be it for us tonight. I hope that everyone has a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye, everybody!